We are live at Coletco for Thursday, June 1st, first day of the month. We are approaching the halfway mark of the year. Wow. Whoa. Time's flying, right? When you're on watching, be sure to say hi. We're going to be selling you some records tonight. That's what we do here. We sell records. I didn't have another hot post today. We have so much priced and a backlog of stuff. It's just one thing after another, as in records, and more records. I've also got some new vinyl for tonight. We'll be going through some of that. I also just plugged in our hardwired connection. So if you've seen a quick little glitch on the screen, it's probably because I just plugged in a hardwired connection. Let me move a few boxes around. We got all the new vinyl unboxed from tonight. We've got a few pre-sold. We've got some stuff that we had big pre-orders on that I need to go over again. I posted a flip crate last night. We need to do that. I got to bring that stuff over here. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and share the feed. That would be great if you could go ahead and share the feed on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, WhatsApp, MySpace, RuneScape. We're streaming everywhere tonight. Streaming live on RuneScape.
Let's get it.
Seth is trying to take over some kind of kingdom or something. I hadn't got into that one yet. Streaming live on MySpace tonight. Wow. You just never know what we're going to do around here, right, Seth? All right, let me close out all these apps. Let me text this guy back. All right. Let's go here. Let's start getting this shared. I hadn't been on Facebook too much today, honestly, which is unusual. I've been let's see here. All right, there's the feed I'm looking for. Let's get this shared. Group. Whole lot of records. We're going to share it there and there and there. And next is we're going to share it over on our Instagram feed on our story. And that's the YouTube link, which is right here. So we're going to share that YouTube link. Copy link. Go over here to the Instagram and story. And let's see what we've got here. Let's go to favorites. We'll use a different kind of picture. We'll use something right here. All right, link. Live now. Okay, I did post a flip video last night, which has all of our new stuff that we probably need to bring over here and go back through. So let me go get that. Jeff Buckley. I should be able to get some Jeff Buckley. Yes, I should be able to. Where's that flip video? Right here. I got to pull some stuff out. I got to go get that. Opus, Foo Fighter. We'll tag some of these live so we know where they're at. Here's the vintage I'm looking for. We had 5 crates, and I think John priced 6 more, so we've got 11 crates of vintage to go through. Holy moly. That's a lot of vintage. That's a lot of vintage. Let me go grab this new vinyl right here. This is new vinyl from last night that was left over, and then I posted a flip crate of what was left over, and we've sold a little bit more out of there. So let me do that right now. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and go through what was left in this crate too. This was some new stuff from, I think, the other night. Let me go get that last crate of new vinyl. Last crate of new vinyl. Be some stuff in here I definitely want to go back through tonight, especially the Joan Jett, and see if anybody else wants on a Foo Fighters list. We're basically sold out, but till then. All right, let me go ahead and show some vinyl. Excuse me. We've got, what's in here? We have Lenny Kravitz, Greatest Hits. Lenny Kravitz, Greatest Hits. I need to get my other phone, actually, while I can still see y'all. So I can still see y'all. I got to pull up a Facebook. Let me pull up the chat, and I need to use my other phone for the Facebook group post. Okay, now I'm ready to go. Usually takes about 5 minutes to do all that. It took me about 6 minutes that time. Hadn't missed much if you just got on. Nope. Not at all. I got to find that video I was just on, though, which is right here. I just need to get to the comments. Okay. So, first record, first crate. If you're just getting on, you're not missing anything. Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits. That's $48.99 for Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits. We have Ozzy Osbourne, Ordinary Man, $29.99 for Ozzy, Ordinary Man. That is, these are all new and sealed. Ozzy's $29.99. We had Lenny Kravitz. The Greatest Hits of 311. That is 93 to 03. That is the Greatest Hits of 311, $34.99. Def Leppard, Hysteria. Def Leppard is a 2LP remaster. This is a great sounding pressing of this if you don't have one already. Def Leppard is $48.99. The Police, Ghost in the Machine, new and sealed, $29.99. Tom Waits, Swordfish Trombones. Tom Waits is $31.99. And, of course, the new Tom Waits remaster came in this week. Pearl Jam Yield, 2 copies left. Pearl Jam Yield, $34.99. The single soundtrack 2LP with CD, that is $44.99 for the single soundtrack. Evanescence Fallen, this is $29.99. And Muse, Origin of Symmetry. Muse is $28.99. Origin of Symmetry. Albert King with Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Session, $31.99. Albert King with Stevie Ray Vaughan, that is $31.99. Paul Beal on a single soundtrack, that's so to Paul Beal. I don't think I have many more of those left. Iron Maiden, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, $36.99. Glam Rock Collected. Last 2 copies that are numbered and colored. This is number 159 of 2000, featuring the biggest glam rockers. Sweet, Lou Reed, T-Rex, Kiss is on here. That is $46.99. Josie Wells wants an SRV. Stevie Ray Vaughan, I've got one of those left. We have Poco Collected. That is $46.99. No Blackberry Smoke, at least not tonight. I have not printed the sheet off, no. Poco Collected, music on vinyl. It's a 2LP compilation featuring My Kind of Love, Crazy Love, Rosa Cimarron, all the Poco hits. That's a 2LP for music on vinyl. And from Analog Production, this is $64.99. This is Steely Dan 2 Against Nature. It's a 2LP, 45 RPM from Analog Productions. That is $64.99. And Van Morrison, Moondance. New and sealed. Van Morrison is $31.99. Craig just shared the track listing for Glam Rock. Thank you for doing that, Craig. And let me go over here and read these titles. This was a crate, I think, technically from Monday night. No, it would have been Tuesday because we didn't get new vinyl on Monday. So Tuesday, we've had a show Wednesday, and now this is Thursday. Scott Snee is on Van Morrison. Will you be at the shop tomorrow morning? No. I am not at the shop. I haven't been at the shop during store hours in quite some time. I'm just here after hours doing the live sales. Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits, $48.99. Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits, $48.99. Ozzy Osbourne, Ordinary Man, $29.99. We have the Greatest Hits of 311. Def Leppard, Hysteria. The Police, Ghost in the Machine. Tom Waits, Pearl Jam Yield. Evanescence Fallen, Muse, Origin of Symmetry, Albert King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Iron Maiden, Glam Rock Collected, Poco, and Steely Dan 2 Against Nature. So Scott Snee got the Van Morrison. Did you restock the Zombies comp? I have not. I probably should do that, but I have not. Yield is not the Record Store Day release. No, Yield is just a standard single LP remaster that has actually been out of stock print for quite some time. Let me bring up a crate of new stuff, and we'll do some of that right now. Actually, I might go ahead and show. Yeah, let's go ahead and do some new stuff. I could probably fit it all into one crate, so this is like a half or a third of a crate. We'll go ahead and do these, and we'll do that. But Colin, no, I'm not here during store hours. But if you need something, send me a message and let me know. Tom Waits, closing time, 50th anniversary. This is a half-speed master on... I thought this one... Okay, so this is probably what happened. Well, no, this is the same thing as last night, yeah. We got a random one in and we didn't know where it came from. So there's another Tom Waits closing time, $34.99. Yacht Rock Collected Volume 2. Yacht Rock Collected Volume 2. This is 2LP sea glass greenish bluish colored vinyl. If you got Yacht Rock Collected Volume 1 or now that's what I call Yacht Rock. This is Volume 2. This is $44.99. It's colored vinyl. It's got Kenny Loggins on it and Michael McDonald, Jerry Rafferty, Baker Street, Air Supply, Eric Carbon, All By Myself, Toto's on here, Little River Band, Seals and Croft, Exile, Santana, Elvin Bishop, Fooled Around and Fell in Love. I've got 3 of those. We've got 2 sold to Jerry Stone and 1 to David Howard. There's 1 left. So we got Tom Waits now. That's what I call Yacht Rock. We had Joe Bonamassa last night. We sold out. We had a waiting list. WVU Mounties wanted 1. We've got 2 more. These came from a different distributor, and I'm glad they did because I went to reorder, and we couldn't get them anymore. So I'm glad these came in. Joe Bonamassa Tales of Time is a triple LP. That is $38.99. Triple LP Joe Bonamassa Tales of Time. Brand new live album. It says triple LP 180 gram vinyl. $38.99. We had a request to order some Secret Treaties from Blue Oyster Cult. These are $44.99. Those came in for Jerry Stone and Darren Wortman. That's Blue Oyster Cult Secret Treaties. $44.99 for Music on Vinyl. That's limited in number to 1,500 on purple vinyl. Those are $44.99. Is that some more new vinyl right there? Or, I don't know. I saw that White Zombie. I know I just ordered some of those. Let me adjust this thermostat as usual. Feels like a greenhouse in here. Might as well just have a sunroof. Okay, Blue Oyster Cult is $44.99. Darren Warman wants a Bonamassa, and Jared Benoit wants a BOC. Those are both sold. New vinyl, if you're just hopping on, this is only our technically first new crate of the night. Here's another one, the Opus. My Arms, My Arms, Your Hearse. That's another Opus reissue. That's $49.99. That was sold very quickly to Scott Jokumstaller. That's sold to Scott. We got 1 each of most of the new Opus reissues. If anybody's interested in us getting others for you or ones we've already sold out of, let me know and I can get those. Witch, $29.99. The new album from Witch. Don't know a lot about that. $29.99. Foo Fighters. This is a random single that came in from the rest of our big orders. So we had 60 come in, and we got 59. 1 was damaged, and I don't think I really have any left, so you might want to claim this. $29.99 if you don't have one already. And I realized the other night we were out of stock of Tyler Childers' Purgatory. Tyler Childers' Purgatory is $26.99. I knew we went. I went to pull some. Yeah, I went to pull some that were for what was I looking for? Red Barn, and I was going to bring over all the Tyler Childers, and I realized we didn't have Purgatory in stock, which was mind blowing because I used to have. I think the last time I ordered them, I ordered 100, and we've sold most of them here in the store, so that's incredible. Yacht Rock 2 for Jerry Wallace, And Colin Butler wants Which. So there's Yacht Rock 2 for Jerry Wallace, and Colin Butler wants Which. We need to write down Jerry Stone, Big Country, The Crossing. Somebody keeps asking about Black Stone Cherry. I think that's Chris Wood Sr. There's a couple people, Blackberry Smoke for Chris Wood Sr. Blackberry Smoke, Chris Wood Sr. Jerry Stone on Big Country, and somebody else. They hop on about, there was somebody else, I can't remember who, but as soon as I go live, they ask if I have something back in stock, and I never do, because it's as soon as we go live, and we never write it down, because it's like we're still getting set up for the show before we get started. So let me know on that. Tom Waits is $34.99, closing time. Joe Bonamassa is $38.99. New Foo Fighters, $29.99, and then a restock of Tyler Childers' Purgatory. There's not a lot available by BOC. I think Music on Vinyl has Fire of an Unknown Origin, and they have Agents of Fortune. They've got those two available. But besides that, there's not a lot available from BOC. A lot of their later albums are like Club Ninja and Cultosaurus Erectus. A lot of those aren't really too available. All right, we're going to start with a crate of new vintage arrivals. Let me see what we got here. We already have 5 ready to go through tonight, and I think John's priced another 6. And from what I'm seeing here, I don't think I've been through these yet. So let me take a quick flip, and I'm going to make sure there's nothing in here I wanted to auction. And these look like some really good titles. So let's get started on this crate right now. New vintage arrivals, going right into it. New vintage arrivals. So we'll put Jared Benoit down for Still Life by Opeth, Fiona Apple, and Jared Benoit wants an Agents of Fortune. So no, I guess right now I know I can get Secret Treaties, Tyranny and Mutation, Fire of Unknown Origin, and Agents of Fortune. I think that's the 4, and they're all Music on Vinyl. Fire of Unknown Origin, Agents of Fortune, Secret Treaties, and Tyranny and Mutation. That's about the only 4 Blue Oyster Cult albums that are, last time I checked, in stock. Can you get Opeth Morning Grass? Yeah, we had that last night, actually. Well, I think it's in this crate that I've got a tag for a flip video, but yes, we can get you that as well. A lot of requests. I don't mind ordering any of this. At all, so just let me know which ones y'all want and how many and what color. New vintage arrivals. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this one. Then I'm going to put up some new Japanese auctions. I'm sure we'll have auctions eventually tonight. I kind of find them before we go through the crates, and we'll do that. We'll do that first. Okay, Jethro Tull A, EX 1799. So first crate tonight is new check condition. Has the original inner sleeve. This is EX 1799, Jethro Tull A. Jay Giles Band, Hotline, EX 1799 for Hotline. Hadn't seen that in a while. Jay Giles Band, Hotline. Human League, Human. That's in shrink wrap. The vinyl is EX, $12.99. Human League, Human. I think technically that's a 12-inch single. It is. We have Genesis. Wow, this is cool. In shrink wrap with hype sticker. The vinyl's EX. Original inner sleeve, Genesis, includes Mama, That's All, and Illegal Alien. Never seen the hype sticker on that one. EX $24.99 shrink wrap and hype sticker on Genesis. Deep Purple, Perfect Stranger. That's EX $24.99. Deep Purple, Perfect Stranger. That's EX $24.99. And the best of Booker T and the MGs. That's EX $29.99. The best of Booker T and the MGs. That's EX $29.99. Romelu wants the Human League. We have John Leal first on the GEN for Genesis. Deep Purple, Booker T. We have Eddie Cochran, Legendary Master Series, Eddie Cochran. That's a 2LP. EX $22.99 for Eddie Cochran. EX $22.99. We have the Bee Gees, Massachusetts. The Bee Gees, VG Plus, $9.99. This is a UK-looking import. Yep, from Pickwick Presents Contour. That's a Bee Gees comp. VG Plus $9.99. Randy Scarborough wants also on that Secret Treaties list. And Jared Benoit wants on the Tyranny and Mutation list. That's Blue Oyster Cult. Alan Jonathan first on Eddie Cochran. That's sold to Alan Jonathan. The Jaggers, we went to different schools together. The Jaggers is a VG copy, $9.99. Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, VG Plus, $9.99 for Rhymes and Reasons by Carole King. James Gang Thirds, VG, $9.99. Joe Walsh and the James Gang, VG, $9.99. And Billy Joe Piano Man, that's EX, $17.99 for Billy Joe Piano Man, EX, $17.99. Lazarus also wants on the waiting list for both of those BOC albums. I just need to see how many's in stock and make a post, I guess. BOC is, we don't get a lot of their OG stuff in. They were very popular, but they didn't sell a ton of albums, so it's not like something we get in a lot. But Music on Vinyl's done a good job doing the other ones on limited colored vinyl. Pamela got Billy Joel. Heart, Babe Lestrange, that's a VG copy for $9.99. If you're just joining us, one of our first bin tonight of new check condition stuff. Orleans with Hop Sticker contains the hit single, You're Still the One, a Yacht Rock Essential, EX, $12.99. That's EX and shrink wrap. Jeff McIntosh first to Heart. Jeff McIntosh first to Heart. Night Ranger, 7 Wishes. Night Ranger is EX, $22.99. This has the original inner sleeve with it. Night Ranger, EX, $22.99. Molly Hatchet, No Guts, No Glory. Molly Hatchet, VG Plus, $14.99. Molly Hatchet, No Guts, No Glory. Billy Joel, An Innocent Man, that's a VG Plus, $9.99. That has an original inner sleeve with it. VG Plus, $9.99. David Eberly wants Night. That's for Night Ranger. That's so to David Eberly. Dusty Springfield, A Brand New Me. Dusty is VG Plus, $14.99. Looks like an OG. It is. VG Plus, $14.99. Big Brother and the Holden Company. This is Janis Joplin. VG Condition. Original label, $14.99. That's a VG, $14.99. That's Janis Joplin, Big Brother, and the Holden Company. Peter Gabriel. Boy, we're getting a lot of these. This is the Rain on the Car album. Has the original inner sleeve. EX, $32.99. We haven't found one that was just dead mint, but these EX copies are actually quite nice. Just FYI. For some reason, this one's not wanting to go back in the sleeve. There we go. Peter Gabriel. First to Janis Joplin was Nick Bagaron. Jeff Crowell, you were second on Janis. And Paul Brothers wants the Molly Hatchet, No Guts, No Glory. The Babies, Head First. EX, $17.99 on The Babies. Head First, Yes, Going for the One. This is EX, $17.99. Yes, Going for the One. That's EX, $17.99. Ian Hunter, You're Never Alone with a Schizophreniac. Ian Hunter's VG Plus, $14.99. Men at Work, Business as Usual. EX, $22.99. Has the original inner sleeve. Like I said before, if you're buying EX records from this Wisconsin collection, they're going to be very nice. Just FYI, and that's where all this is from. Greatest Hits of Exile, EX, $12.99 for Exile's Greatest Hits. EX, $12.99. And the Steels Young Band, Long May You Run. That's Stephen Stills and Neil Young. EX, $17.99. Kelly Bagwell wants the James Gang, Thirds. That's sold to Kelly Bagwell. Michael McDonald is EX, $9.99 for Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting. REO Speedwagon, A Decade of Rock and Roll. VG Plus, $24.99. That's an REO 2LP hits compilation. The Doors, a 67 Allentown mono. Wow. VG, $34.99 mono. Mono Door 67 OG. It is VG, just $34.99 though. That's not a bad price whatsoever for a mono Doors, even VG. Alan Jonathan on Michael McDonald. That's sold to Alan Jonathan. Marty Ellis wants REO Speedwagon. And John Young got the Doors. Mono, VG, $34.99. Ryan Anderson was second. The Doors Mono Gold Label is the most desirable pressing you can get of that album. Very, very good sounding record. Ohio Players, Skin Tight. The Ohio Players is EX, $19.99. Steels Young is in shrink wrap. It is. And it has a price tag on it from Spin It. EX, $17.99. Men at Work. Men at Work is EX, $22.99. And Led Zeppelin 4. This is a 71 Presswell press. EX6399. EX6399. It says Pico Duck in the dead wax. Manufactured license Atlantic Record Corporation Record Club. Has PR. Pico Duck. 71 press PR press. EX6399 on Led Zeppelin 4. John Young says he'll take the Stills Young album. That's so to John Young. The Call, reconciled. The Call is VG Plus 1799. Elvis, Gold Records Volume 4. VG Plus 1999 for Elvis Gold Records Volume 4. VG Plus 1999. Tumbleweed Connection, Elton John. VG Plus 24.99. Original label. VG Plus condition. Should be a gatefold with a booklet with it, and it is. Tumbleweed Connection. Ballad of a Well-Known Gun. Country Comfort, great song. My Father's Gun. Where to Now, St. Peter. Possibly top 5 Elton John song, in my opinion. And Marina, Love Song. This is a classic. Elton John, Tumbleweed Connection. VG Plus 24.99. The Yacht Rock was $44.99. I don't think I have one left, but Rob, if you want on the waiting list, let me know. $44.99. Mel Gibson is Mad Max. Tina Turner, of course, was in this movie. VG Plus, $16.99 for the Mad Max soundtrack. VG Plus, $16.99. Is there a number on how many Elvis has? Has to be over 100. More like thousands. Jacob Miller, Tenement Yard, VG Plus Jacob Miller's VG Plus, $64.99. Tenement Yard, Jacob Miller, VG Plus, $64.99. Hank Williams, Wandering Around, VG Plus, $19.99. Hank Williams, Wandering Around, VG Plus, $19.99. Individual Elvis, if you're talking 45s, 78s albums, if you're talking about all three, if you're talking about 10-inch, 7-inch LPs, there's thousands of different ones. Thousands of different ones. Sherry Martell, first on Mad Max. That's so to Sherry Martell. Ring of Fire, the best of Johnny Cash, EX 1999. EX 1999. Especially if you're talking about UK, Portuguese, German. Hank Williams, On Stage, EX 1999. In Shrink Wrap, EX 1999. Colin Butler, first to Johnny Cash. Has come down in time. Yeah, that's another good one on here. This Elton John album. So his first, 4 or 5, I mean, they're just incredible pieces of work. Yeah, Come Down in Time, Country Comfort. This is, if you don't have this, if you've never sit down and listened to the entire Tumbleweed Connection or the entire Madman Across the Water or the entire Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, hopefully you've listened to Yellow Brick Road. Those are incredible pieces of work. Elvis, Speak of the Devil. Double Trouble. This is a 67 mono. VG Plus $39.99. Elvis, Double Trouble. That's in mono. 67 mono. VG Plus $39.99. Brian White is hopefully taking my recommendation. He wants Tumbleweed Connection. That's so to Brian White. There's some a lot of people that's come back later and said, I've bought this Led Zeppelin album per your recommendation, or excuse me, Elton John album per your recommendation. Thank you. I've only ever listened to his hits. I was like, his best songs are the deep cuts on these albums. They're incredible. I Saw the Light, Hank Williams, VG copy, $9.99. I Saw the Light, Hank Williams Sr. We have Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe by the Alan Parsons Project, EX $17.99, ZZ Top, Diguelo, VG $14.99. We have, let's see, Tumbleweed. We got that for Brian. Michael McDowell wants I Saw the Light. That's sold to Michael McDowell. Nick Bargeron on ZZ Top. That's sold to Nick Bargeron. And John Waite, Mask of Smiles. John Waite's EX $17.99. And we have Led Zeppelin 3. This is a 1970 R.I. Phillips press. VG $34.99. Led Zeppelin 3, 4-digit, 1841 Broadway. So Moat Beat in the Dead Wax, 70 Phillips press. That's OG, $34.99. That was a good first crate of vintage check condition. I'm just going to read through the titles one more time. If you want to see anything or get a confirmation on a price, let me know. We have Jethro Tull A, Jay Giles Band, Hotline, Deep Purple, Perfect Stranger, the best of Booker T and the MGs, the Bee Gees, Massachusetts, the Jaggers, we went to different schools together, Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, Orleans, Walking and Dreaming, Waking and Dreaming, yeah. Billy Joel, An Innocent Man, Dusty Springfield, Brand New Me, Peter Gabriel, 3 or 2 or one of them, The Babies, Head First, Yes, Going for the One, Ian Hunter, You're Never Alone, Exile, Greatest Hits, Ohio Players, Skin Tight, Men at Work, Business as Usual, Price on Jethro Tull A. That was EX $17.99 on A, original inner sleeve. David Eberly wants Yes, Going for the One. That's so did David Eberly. Led Zeppelin 4, The Call, Reconciled, Elvis, Gold Records Volume 4 in shrink wrap. It also has a promo stamp, like an embossed stamp on the back. VG Plus $19.99. Jacob Miller, Tenement Yard. Brian White does want the Men at Work. Brian White does want the Men at Work. We have Hank Williams, Wandering Around. Hank Williams on Stage. Elvis, Double Trouble. Alan Parsons Project. John Waite, and Led Zeppelin 3. The Ohio Players was Skin Tight. That was EX $19.99. How much was the Exile? That was EX $12.99. EX $12.99. Ohio Players, Exile. Still got 2 Led Zeppelin albums in there. Now we have 1 Led Zeppelin album. David Eberly gets the Led Zeppelin 3. And these will be available all night if you change your mind on something. I've got 1 more crate of new vinyl. And everything in here is sticker price right now. Thanks for, I've seen 3 offers so far on this crate. Everything is sticker price. If you stick around, the sticker price may become negotiable around when it gets dark outside. He does want Jethro Tull. Lazarus wants Jethro Tull. Chris Farrar wants Ohio Players. I'm over here putting the crate away. We're still selling out of it. But yeah, stick around. We always do a big recap at the end. And Alan, I'll go ahead and put it this way. If no one's claimed Exile by tonight and you're still on, I'll sell it to you for $10. I just can't right now. It breaks the code of conduct, which is everything is sticker price on new arrivals, especially first time going through them. Okay, new vinyl from tonight. We had a restock of the Breakfast Club soundtrack. That is $33.99. The Breakfast Club soundtrack was $33.99. We had 2 people waiting on that. Stephen Chesney and Jason Fornerat. That's the Breakfast Club soundtrack. $33.99 for the Breakfast Club soundtrack. Midnights, Taylor Swift. This is an alternate, there's 4 different covers for this album. This is the Jade Green, $33.99, alternate artwork. Of course, the back makes a clock, if you didn't already know that. $33.99 on Taylor Swift. I got 2 of those. And then there's the other one that we had last night. Moonstone Blue Marbled. Moonstone. That's blue. So we got 2 different versions of those. Taylor Swift's. Next, more Taylor Swift. More Taylor Swift. This is Red, Taylor's version. $59.99. Is that 3 or 4 LPs? I think this is 4 LPs. Taylor Swift Red, $59.99. 4 LP. That's Taylor's version. Paul Brothers wants the Midnight Green. That's sold to Paul Brothers. What was the Zeppelin in the last crate? The Zeppelin in the last crate was Led Zeppelin 4. Led Zeppelin 4. Michael McDowell wants Moonstone Blue Midnights. That's sold to Michael McDowell. I've got more of both of those colors left if anybody wants them. We haven't had Taylor's version Red in a while. And we've also got Fearless. And this should be on gold vinyl. Fearless is $46.99. Paul Brothers wants Taylor Swift Red, Taylor's version, and we've got Fearless as well. So, and that's it for the Taylor Swift. So 3 new ones tonight. Fearless, Red, both Taylor's version, and then the newest album, Midnights. I've got that on 2 different colors. And there's 2 other colors. There's actually multiple other colors, but I can get 2 other different color variations of that. Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. We had somebody waiting on one of those. Philip Young, Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. 2 LP, Champagne Supernova, Wonderwall, the 2 main hits on that one. $38.99 for Oasis. Bush, 16 Stone, $33.99 for Bush, 16 stone. Got 2 more of those back in. Drive-By Truckers, Decoration Day. Drive-By Truckers is $33.99 for Decoration Day. And I've been waiting for this. The deluxe version of Led Zeppelin 1. This is 3 LPs. It don't really have any bonus tracks. It's a complete live concert. Led Zeppelin live at the Olympia, 1969. So you get the Led Zeppelin 1 album remastered, and then you get 2 additional LPs. It's a live Led Zeppelin concert from 1969. This is $59.99. $59.99 Led Zeppelin 1 Deluxe 3 LP. Toy Story Picture Disc, $26.99, and Queensryche Empire is $39.99. There was a waiting list for Toy Story. Paul Brothers, you was on a waiting list for that. He also needs to put back the green. He already has it. So green is still available. I'll put it back here with the other one. No problem. You do have a waiting list for Toy Story. That's available if anybody wants the extra. And Queensryche Empire, that's $39.99. All right. Remember, Taylor Swift Red is cut at 45 RPM. That's true. Everybody was returning some of them. This record's defective. Yeah, if they master something for 45 RPM, they should really put a hop sticker on it, because that messes a lot of people up. Colin Butler on Drive-By Truckers. That's sold to Colin Butler. Jerry Wallace Fearless is $46.99. That should be triple LP on colored vinyl. And this crate has Queensryche, Toy Story, Led Zeppelin, Drive-By Truckers, Bush, Oasis, lots of T Swift, and Breakfast Club, $33.99. We have Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me. And I think the other night we sold so many of these because I did my reminder. Breakfast Club is the only way you can get Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me. Okay. No other Steely Dan. David. No other Steely Dan. Let's go right into a new crate of new vintage. Let me figure out. I guess this may be stuff he priced tonight. Let me take a look at it. It looks like it. Let me do a flip. Uh-oh. Journey. Shrink wrap and hop sticker. Good looking stuff in here. We might have found our first auction tonight. Let me check on this Simon & Garfunkel. If that's a 2i, I might have to keep it because that's in shrink wrap. Ooh, Buddy Holly in shrink wrap. That's one we don't get as often. Beatles. This is going to be a cool crate. I see some shrink wrapped. I see some stuff we don't get as often. And everything appears to be nice and from... Speaking of the other Elton John album. Okay, I think we found a couple auctions, or at least one for sure. Any Snow Patrol? No, but we can get some, or I'll try to get some. Who else wants a Breakfast Club? Did you already pull them? What happened? Okay. Paul Beal on Breakfast Club. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Paul Beal on Breakfast Club and Colin Butler. That was all the newest new stuff. I'm going to go back through the stuff from tonight, but yes, we had 2 crates. Jerry, that was all the excitement I could give you for tonight. That was all the newest deliveries for tonight. Jerry Wallace wants a Fearless. Let me go grab that. And before I do that, I'll go ahead and introduce our auction, which it looks like we have, once again, from this Wisconsin collection. He liked the album Escape. I think this is... Escape is one of those albums, I think he had 5 or 8 different copies of it, and there's been 2 that's looked like this. This is a perfect copy. $25 start. It's an OG. It's near mint. It is got the original inner sleeve, and then here's the winner. Also a near mint cover, perfect with shrink wrap and hop sticker. Journey, featuring the hits Who's Crying Now, Don't Stop Believing, Stone in Love, Open Arms. That's a $25 start. Last one we had of this, we bid on for quite a long time. Journey's a $25 start. And we need to pull Jerry Wallace a Taylor Swift Fearless. Yeah, the other night we pulled out some Taylor Swift albums and we pretty much got wiped out. And then I went to order more and they all got gone. Let me see what this Simon & Garfunkel. Normally something I want in auction, but let me see what we've got here. Not an original label. Boy, that's nice though. Take a look at this. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. Well, what year did this one come out? It should be on 2i. This is a nice one though. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m., 1999. It's in shrink wrap, and it's got the Sears price tag. This is $19.99. Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. I was going to put that up for auction if it was a 2i, but that's a very nice, perfect jacket and shrink wrap. $19.99 on that. That's sold to Mark Cunningham. Tanner, that's $19.99 to Mark Cunningham. John Young was second. I had a feeling one of those two guys would buy it, and guess what? First two comments are Mark and John. Let's see here. I'll take Tom Waits' Closing Time. That was from that very first bin of new vinyl right here. This new half-speed master right here. This is sold to Jerry Stone. I brought those up. I need to go back through them, but I need to pull stuff from we'll probably pull them live. I think we've got about 15 things to pull from a flip crate, so we'll do that probably after this crate. 64, yeah, that would have been a 2i. Journey, we had 3 people bid 25, and Calvin Ward's at 35. New vintage arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. That is $17.99. Just talking about that album. That's another good one too. $17.99. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Gatefold also has the booklet with it. We have the Beatles for the Last Time. $39.99. The Beatles for the Last Time. That is some sort of unofficial, not for sure, $39.99. We have Blues Originals Volume 5, John Lee Hooker, Detroit Special. This is $29.99. John Lee Hooker, Detroit Special, Blues Original Volume 5, $29.99 on John Lee Hooker. This is War, Deliver the Word, $34.99 on War, Deliver the Word. Flock of Seagulls. Boy, the colors on this are very vibrant. A Flock of Seagulls, self-titled, $29.99. Iran, Flock of Seagulls. And Moody Blues is in shrink wrap on the Threshold of a Dream. Durham. Moody Blues is $14.99. Let me go back up to the top. Our 6i is always mono. Not necessarily, I don't think. Pamela Yeager, first to Elton John. Kenny Heathcock's at 40 on the Journey. Cherry Wallace, can this be done? What I need to do? You need to send us a message and we'll get that worked out about getting that shipped. We'll just need a side note, and then you can pay for shipping and we'll get it shipped. We just need the address. Calvin Ward's at 45 on Journey. Michael Nath gets the John Lee Hooker Blues Originals. And we have Journey at 45 with Calvin Ward. Melanie, this is 1974 UK, $14.99 on Melanie. I can't make out what that says. Magrugata. Never seen that one by Melanie before. Melanie's $14.99, 74 UK. The Beach Boys, Friends and Smiley Smile. This is like a 2-in-1, $29.99 for the Beach Boys, Friends and Smiley Smile. Gatefold, 2 LPs, 2 full albums, $29.99. The Eagles, Desperado, that looks like it is brand new, $34.99. Cover 2, Desperado, $34.99 by the Eagles. This is called Cadence Classics Volume 1, $12.99 with the Everly Brothers, Link Ray, the Cordettes. That is $12.99. Colin Butler on the Beach Boys. Jimmy Ball first on the Eagles. And final call on Journey. We're at $45 on Journey. Elton John, Sleeping with the Past. Elton John is $19.99. Sleeping with the Past. Don't see that one as often. That's a later album of his. 1989. That's why. $19.99. Elton John. Walter Egan, Not Shy. That's in shrink wrap. $14.99. Bob Dylan, Street Legal. Bob Dylan, Street Legal. This has the original inner sleeve with it. $34.99. That's the correct label. $34.99. And Joni Mitchell, Dog Eat Dog, has a gold stamp promo on the front. $19.99 for Joni Mitchell, Dog Eat Dog. Mandrel, Composite Truth. Mandrel, $29.99. Composite Truth. Very clean copy on Polydor. Journey is on its final call, $45 for Escape, Shrink Wrap, and Hop Sticker. Marshall Tucker Band, Long Hard Ride, $14.99 for Marshall Tucker Band. Buddy Holly, for the first time anywhere, Buddy Holly is $24.99 for the first time anywhere, it says. Mahalia Jackson's Greatest Hits, $14.99. This should be on a Columbia 2i. It is. Beautiful, too. Looks flawless. $14.99 on Mahalia Jackson's Greatest Hits. Buddy Holly Legend, 36 to 59, $34.99. And Melanie, Born to Be. Melanie is $14.99, Born to Be. And I think this Melanie may have the one with her, let's see here. I don't guess it's on this one. I was looking for the bicycle song or roller skates or whatever it's called. Melanie's $14.99. The Byrds, Ballad of Easy Rider, $24.99. The Byrds, Ballad of Easy Rider. That's a Columbia 2i, $24.99. Journey is sold to Calvin Ward for $45. That's sold to Calvin for $45. The Beatles, Sweet Apple Tracks, $39.99. That's a German unofficial. Let's see here. Jimmy Ball first on the Byrds. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. Brand New Key. That's what I was looking for. War. Don't know if I've ever seen that one. War is $39.99. Is it self-titled? I believe it is. War, self-titled, $39.99. Gatefold. Very clean looking. The Call, Into the Woods. The Call, $19.99. Into the Woods, $19.99. Into the Woods, The Call. This looks like Elvis. It is. Elvis From the Waist Up, $24.99. Elvis From the Waist Up. Golden Archives, 56 to 57. So side one is the Ed Sullivan Show, September 9th and October 28th. Jimmy Ball first on the War album. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. Neil Young Trans, $19.99 for Neil Young Trans. Loudon Rainwright III, $9.99. Self-titled album. Peter Gabriel, Scratch, $34.99. Original inner sleeve. Near Mint, Pristine, $34.99 on Peter Gabriel. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, So Far. This is their hits comp. That's another really nice looking record. $34.99. And Rick Nelson, Intakes. Rick Nelson, that's in partial shrink wrap. $9.99. Gary U.S. Bonds on the line. Gary U.S. Bonds, $12.99. And Hot Chocolate, Chero Park. Hot Chocolate is $19.99. $19.99 for Hot Chocolate. Buddy Holly Showcase. This is in shrink wrap. Original inner sleeve. Is that a coral? No, that's a Decca inner sleeve. Let's see what we have here. I was trying to get to the label. I've pulled the whole thing out. This is on coral. That's very nice. In shrink wrap, $39.99. Buddy Holly Showcase. Wow. That is very nice. RN, Rick Nelson, sold to John Young. And also on Buddy Holly and Colin Butler on Hot Chocolate. Those three are all sold. Gloria Estefan, Let It Loose. Gloria is $14.99. Eric Clapton, At His Best. Eric Clapton's $34.99. The Muppet Movie, original soundtrack recording. The Muppet Movie is $24.99. Janis Joplin Pearl, $34.99. Janis Joplin Pearl, nice copy. Very clean. $34.99. Marian Faithfull, $9.99. Jackson Browne, Lives in the Balance, $14.99 for Jackson Browne. Lindsey Buckingham, Law and Order, $19.99. The Kinks' Greatest Celluloid Hero, $24.99 for the Kinks. Stradivarius, Ginger Baker, a 72 Richmond press, $44.99. A Ginger Baker solo album on Atco, Stradivarius, $44.99. James Brown, Nonstop. Is that what that says? Yeah. In shrink wrap. James Brown, $24.99. In shrink wrap, Nonstop. Mott the Hoople, All the Young Dudes. In shrink wrap. Nice clean copy. In shrink wrap, $19.99. All the Young Dudes. The Roaring Silence, Manfred Mann's Earth Band, $19.99. Blinded by the Light. The Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager, $14.99. The Best of Manfred Mann. This is a UK pressing in shrink wrap. $19.99 for the Best of Manfred Mann. Steve Miller Band, Living in the 20th Century, $19.99. Steve Miller Band, Living in the 20th Century, $19.99. Melanie Bourne. Let's see, what was the name of the one we had? Let's see, Born to Be, right here. That's sold to Autumn Betts. Jimmy Ball first on Steve Miller Band. Some nice looking records in here. These are all just beautiful copies. Wow, a nice Yes songs where the cover is halfway decent. $39.99. Triple LP Yes songs. $39.99. Usually the cover has heavy ringware. Bobby McFerrin, Spontaneous Inventions, $19.99. The Kinks, Think Visual. The Kinks, Think Visual, $14.99. Colin Butler wants Yes songs. The Beatles, Back Upon Us All, a collection, Fourth Amendment. That's another Beatles bootleg, $39.99. Cat Stevens, Cat's Cradle, that's $19.99. Dancing Through the Streets, John the Johannesburg Street Band, that's on Uni, $9.99. Jefferson Starship, Nuclear Furniture with Hop Sticker, No Way Out, that's $19.99. Muppets is Near Mint. Jackson Browne, Lawyers in Love, $14.99. And Deep Purple, Made in Japan. This is a UK pressing, it looks like. Has the British pounds hop sticker price tag on it. $44.99. Everything in here is near mint and pristine. Near mint and pristine on everything in here. I mean, they're all super nice. This is not a check condition bin. Paul Brothers wants both of the Manfred Manns. There's one, there's the other. Those are both sold to Paul Brothers. John, I will check on that 1 second. Colin Butler wants the Johannesburg. That's sold to Colin Butler. Jimmy Brown wants Jackson Browne. Excuse me. Jimmy Ball wants Jackson Browne. And Sherry Martell wants the Muppets. Sherry Martell wants the Muppet movie. Okay, now the Beatles boots. The first one we had was Back Upon Us All, a collection. This has just a generic inner sleeve. No insert there. And it's black vinyl. Deep Purple, Jefferson Starship, Cat Stevens, The Kinks, Bobby McFerrin, Moody Blues, Martha Hoople, James Brown, Ginger Baker, The Kinks, Lindsey Buckingham, Jackson Browne, Marion Faithfull, Janis Joplin, Eric Clapton, Gloria Estefan, Gary U.S. Bonds, CSNY, Peter Gabriel, Loudon Wainwright, Neil Young, Elvis, The Call, The Beatles. This one is called Sweet Apple Tracks. I don't think this one was made on colored. It isn't. 2LP black vinyl. Don't see anything additional with that one. We got to Buddy Holly, Mahalia Jackson, Buddy Holly, Marshall Tucker Band, Mandrel, Joni Mitchell, Bob Dylan, Walter Egan, Elton John, Cadence Classics, Melanie, Moody Blues, Flock of Seagulls, War and the Other Beatles is also black vinyl, and it is no other additional inserts in that. I'm going to bring up a new crate, going right into a new crate. If anybody else wants anything in there, now is the time. Now's the time to speak. You have to say, Chad, I'll take this and that, and I'll take a couple of those and give me some of those too. Let me see what's in this next crate here. I see some pretty good titles again. Excuse the very loud ambulance or whatever just went by. It sounded like a fire truck. Wow, we got some Toto. We have some Talking Animals. Not Talking Heads. Mellow Yellow, interesting. Birds, I wonder if that's in, we'll have to see what label that's on. It's in shrink wrap. Some of these you don't know what you're getting till you pull them out. Spandau Police, there goes another fire truck. Ted Nugent, Chick Corea. Good looking stuff in here. Great mix of stuff. Great mix of stuff. All right, here we go. We have next is Return to Forever featuring Chick Corea, Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy, $19.99. They're coming to get Seth, said John Young. Any comments, Seth? He said probably. Return to Forever, Chick Corea, $19.99. Bobby McFerrin, The Voice. Bobby McFerrin is $19.99. We have Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever. $14.99 for Cat Scratch Fever, Ted Nugent, original label. Public Image Limited, Happy, question mark. Public Image Limited, $34.99. Very clean looking record for PIL. That's $34.99. Happy, question mark. The Police, Synchronicity, on purple translucent vinyl. $29.99 for the Police, Synchronicity. Hold it up to the light, it'll turn purple on you. Has the original lyric insert. Classic Police album. The Police was at the top of their game when this album came out, and then they broke up. They said, that's enough. REO Speedwagon, Good Troubles, $19.99 for REO Speedwagon, and Spandau Ballet, True, in shrink wrap, $24.99. Before that, Brooks says, can I see Elvis again? Give me 1 second to find that. Is that correct? No, I need you to send that to CollectCo. I need you to send that to the CollectCo inbox. You can send it to me. I can forward it to Doug or Tanner, but it needs to go to the CollectCo inbox. Ryan Anderson on PIL, Public Image Limited. That is sold to Ryan Anderson. Craig Johnson first to the Police. Brian C. was second. Mark Robinson first to REO. Off to a good start on this crate. Simple Minds, Sparkle in the Rain. Simple Minds, $34.99. Scorpions, Worldwide Live, 2 LP, Scorpions, $44.99. Near Men, Original Inner Sleeves, Scorpions is $44.99. Carly Simon's Greatest Hits Live, $9.99. George Benson, Give Me the Night, George Benson's $9.99. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, $19.99. That's technically self-titled, $19.99. Jazz at the Philharmonic, the Ella Fitzgerald set, Ella Fitzgerald, $19.99. Romelu put HB, I think he meant GB, George Benson. That's sold to Romelu. Dance to Duke, Duke Ellington. This is a CSP press, $19.99. Loudon Wainwright III, Album 3. This has Dead Skunk on it, $14.99. Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits, and Some That Will Be, $24.99 for Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits. Pure Prairie League, Something in the Night, $14.99 for PPL. The Everly Brothers, Nice Guys. Everly Brothers is $14.99. Bad Company, Desolation Angels, that's $19.99. Porgy and Bess, Ray Charles and Cleo Lane. That's a box set, $29.99. I think it has 2 LPs and a book with it. The Byrds' Greatest Hits. This is on the repress label. It's in shrink wrap. Very nice. One of these shrink wrap top copies. $19.99 on the Byrds' Greatest Hits. Sherry Darnell first on the Ella Fitzgerald. That was Jazz at the Philharmonic. That's sold to Sherry. Blood, Sweat, and Tears Greatest Hits, $19.99. Really like their music. That's $19.99. Average White Band, $14.99. This has the hit song. It's like an instrumental. What's it called? You Got It? Nothing You Can Do. I Just Can't Give You Up. $14.99. Stephen Chesney on Bad Company. That's sold to Stephen Chesney. Air Supply, the one that you love. Air Supply is $9.99. Carly Simon, Come Upstairs, $9.99. And Mellow Yellow Donovan has a gold sticker promo on it, $14.99. Original label, very clean. Does have a punch hole, $14.99 on Donovan. Pick Up the Pieces. That's the average white band hit. Pick Up the Pieces. Yeah, it's like an instrumental. John Young first to Donovan. We have Cat Mother and the All Night Newsboys. Cat Mother is $19.99 for the All Night Newsboys. The World of Johnny Cash, 2 LP, $24.99. The World of Johnny Cash, an original Columbia 2i. That's $24.99. Jesse Hood, it wants the average white band. Let's see. I rarely do this. I'm going to go to the group and I'm going to tag everyone in tonight's live video. I hadn't used it in a while. A lot of people don't like the add everyone tag, but I'm going to use it right now and let everybody know we're live. Because I've seen several people tonight say they didn't get a notification. Maybe they'll get a notification from me, at least on Facebook. So I'm going to send that out, let everybody know that we're live. There'll be some people be like, please never tag me again in anything. We have a lot of people in the group who they end up in our group, but they don't know how they ended up there. And when I tag everybody in something, they're like, please remove me from this place. And I'm like, well, how did you end up here? Gene Pitney, $9.99. Only Love Can Break a Heart. Gene Pitney is $9.99. I've seen 171 viewers. If we see a big jump, probably because 5,000 people 5,100 people just got a tag for this live sale. So I can't get Gene Pitney back in the sleeve. Gene, what's going on here? There we go. Gene Pitney, Only Love Can Break a Heart. That's $9.99. I'm going to put that back away. We have Thompson Twins, Into the Gap. $24.99. Thompson Twins Into the Gap, $24.99. This is the Talking Animals. The Talking Animals, T-Bone Burnett. That is $19.99. The Talking Animals, T-Bone Burnett, $19.99. Toto 4 is in shrink wrap. $19.99 for Toto 4. This is $19.99. Toto 4 is in shrink wrap. $19.99 for Sticks Pieces of 8. Sticks Pieces of 8, $19.99. It worked. We went from 164 to 206 viewers. Took one tag. Bob Seger, Like a Rock, $29.99. Gold stamp promo. Has an old RCA inner sleeve. Near mint vinyl, $29.99. And Carly Simon, Have You Seen Me Lately? Carly Simon's from 1990. Wow, gold stamp promo over the barcode, $19.99. John Leal on Sticks. That's sold to John Leal. The Best of B.B. King, $19.99. The Best of B.B. King, $19.99. Ted Nugent, Free for All. Ted Nugent is $14.99. Meatloaf is on some of the lyrics, or on some of the vocals there. Jethro Tull Live, 2LP Jethro Tull Live, near mint, $29.99. The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells. That's the good one. $19.99 for The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells. The Isley Brothers, Giving It Back. The Isley Brothers is $19.99. Little River Band, it's a long way there. Little River Band's Greatest Hits, Australian Press, $14.99. Elvis, is that something that was in the bin, or is that just a generic question? Craig Johnson wants the BB. That's the BB King Best Of. That's sold to Craig Johnson. We have REO Speedwagon, $19.99. Life as We Know It has the original inner sleeve. REO Speedwagon, Life as We Know It, $19.99. Noel Harrison, Santa Monica Pier. Noel Harrison is $14.99. Grover Washington Jr., Inside Moves, $9.99. Robbie Dupree, that is $9.99. Robbie Dupree with Hop Sticker, $9.99. The Great 28, Chuck Berry, $29.99. American Graffiti, 41 original hits. That's music from the soundtrack, $24.99. Eric Carmen, Boats Against the Current, includes the hit single She Did It. That is sealed, unopened, $19.99. Alice Cooper, $29.99. From the Inside, has the gatefold cover, or the flip-open cover with the doors on the back. And Albert Hammond, The Free Electric Band, $24.99. Albert Hammond, The Free Electric Band. Oak Ridge Boys, Bobby Sue, that is also sealed, $19.99. All right, here's what's left in this crate. We have Chick Corea, Bobby McFerrin, Ted Nugent, Spandau Ballet, Simple Minds, Scorpions, George Thorogood, Carly Simon's Greatest Hits, Duke Ellington, Loudon Wainwright, Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits, Pure Prairie League, the Everly Brothers, Porgy and Bess, the Byrds' Greatest Hits, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Air Supply, Carly Simon, Cat Mother, The World of Johnny Cash, Gene Pitney, the Thompson Twins, if I can get a hold of it, the Thompson Twins, T-Bone Burnett, Bob Seger, Toto 4 in shrink wrap, $19.99. How is that still available? Carly Simon, Ted Nugent, Free for All, Jethro Tull Live, The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells, the Isley Brothers, Little River Band's Greatest Hits, REO Speedwagon, Noel Harrison, Grover Washington Jr., Robbie Dupree, Chuck Berry, the Great 28, American Graffiti soundtrack, Eric Carmen, Alice Cooper, Albert Hammond, and Oak Ridge Boys. There's a couple in there I'm like, how have these not sold? David Eberly wants Free for All. That was Ted Nugent, and that is right here. That's sold to David Eberly. The Scorpions is $44.99, Paul Brothers, and Lazarus is going to get the Toto 4. Lazarus is going to get the Toto 4. And Carly Simon Greatest Hits back here in the back. That is $9.99. Let's see here. Next is Chuck Berry Price. The Great 28 is $29.99. And Thomas Bowman wants Spandau. Lots of incredible albums and lots of, I can't believe this didn't sell. Best of Tommy James, the Thompson Twins, some in here that's like the Byrds is in shrink wrap. Fantastic stuff there. Thomas Bowman wants the Spandau Ballet. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. Debbie Blair wants the Carly Simon. The Paul Brothers wants the Scorpions. That is right here. That's sold to Paul Brothers. Nick had just sold. Michael Naff said, thanks, no problem. And the Alice Cooper is called From the Inside. Opens up like this. The record comes out from the top, I think, or maybe, no, it comes in from the inside. Has doors that open on the back. Actually, this one's still perforated shut. They hadn't ever been torn open. I'm going to leave it that way. And that's $29.99. Jared, if you don't want it, Alden Betts does. And Tanner's handing me something. This is a buy it now. It's $200 minus a penny. $199.99. Rat detonator. What kind of pressing do we have here? US OG rat detonator, near mint, $200, $199.99. It is near mint and pristine. It has the original Atlantic inner sleeve. Rat detonator. This is from 1990. It is a US OG, and it is a very nice copy. That's $200 if anybody wants it. Rat detonator. Darren Meyer wants the Chuck Berry. Anybody else? Jared, let me know if you want Alice Cooper. Autumn was second, and Ron Duffield was third. And very quick, I'm going to read through these one more time, and then I'm going to bring up a whole new crate. And I've got some stuff to put up. Jared says give it to Autumn. Craig wants Willie Nelson. I'm going to grab some Japanese stuff that's behind the counter too. Oak Ridge Boys, Albert Hammond, Eric Cartman, American Graffiti. I'm going to put like the I Can't Believe This Didn't Sell stuff up front. Grover Washington, Noel Harrison, REO Speedwagon. Little River Band, $14.99, Australia. Little River Band, it's a long way there. Greatest hits, $14.99. We have Bob Seger, T-Bone Walker, Thompson Twins, Gene Pitney, Carly Simon, The Birds, Greatest Hits, and Shrink Wrap. Everly Brothers, Pure Prairie League, George Thorogood, Cat Scratch Fever, only $14.99, and Return to Forever. Final call. Actually, they're available all night. So, they'll be here. Boy, we're covering some ground. We've already been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums, 6 crates. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacked over here next to me. I've also got 2 Led Zeppelin albums that I pulled out of there. Let me see if this is RL mastering, and it came from. Boy, it is. Wow. This is from the Wisconsin collection. There is about 58 Led Zeppelin albums, including a couple bootlegs. There was a bunch, and they were all nice. We've sold some of them, but we're trying to. There's some of them I'm like, man, these are just so nice. We got some in shrink wrap. This is a top copy. It's not in shrink wrap, but this is a nice copy of Led Zeppelin Houses of the Holy. The vinyl is near mint minus. It's a 73 OG Sterling RL in the dead wax. This is the Robert Ludwig RL on both sides. This is a $65 start Led Zeppelin House of the Holy. $65 start House of the Holy. Gatefold. Pretty much no really signs of wear on the cover either. It's very nice. This is a $65 start gatefold, and that was a 73 Richmond press. 73 Richmond press. Okay, Dylan's in at 65. We have a couple questions. How do you take payments? We send you an invoice, and you can pay with a credit or debit card. If you have a credit or debit card, you can buy anything you want. Cat Scratch Fever is $14.99. If you want it, just say sold. Craig Johnson wants Little River Band. I'll go ahead and pull that. Little River Band, it's a long way there. Their greatest hits, an Australian press. That's sold to Craig Johnson. Jason Thomas, Feed Died. Let's see, Led Zeppelin 65 and 70. The Rat is a $200 buy it now if anybody wants it. Rat's a $200 buy it now. Led Zeppelin's at 70. Let me see what's in this next crate here. We've got, let me figure out which one I want to go to next. I'm trying to find the stuff from the other nights that had already been priced that I hadn't got to yet. That's got some good titles in it. Let me see what's over here. Some other new stuff. Here's new vinyl from the other night that definitely needs to be gone through. Yeah, this is good stuff too here. Yeah, this is the crate where I pulled the, I never did get to this. This is the crate where the Miraculous Dylan came from. We'll go through this crate. There's a rule that applies to this crate, though, before I get started. There is a local rule, okay? We've got these local rules sometimes that applies to these. There's several Elvis albums in here. There's several Elvis albums in here. If you comment Elvis, your comment will get overlooked because it will be confusing to know which one. You'll have to be as specific as possible. So don't put Elvis, don't put Presley, don't put EP or Elvis P or anything like that. That way there's no confusion. Okay, I'll explain that further in just a second when we get started. Dylan was at 65 on Led Zeppelin, then 70. Spencer said Cat Scratch Fever sold. That's sold to Spencer Kale. Thank you. It was near mint. And that's sold to Spencer. Now, Spencer, if you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page. We invoice once a week on Sundays and Mondays. So this is Thursday night, tonight, Friday night, and Saturday night is $7 in limited shipping. So you can buy the rest of tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night. That is $7 in limited shipping. We have buy it nows and we have auctions. We have buy it nows and auctions going on. You bid on these. Actually, this is a buy it now. I've just got it back here, hoping to sell it tonight. And then we've got auctions. One Led Zeppelin. High bid is $76. And these are buy it nows. It's first come, first serve. Like I said, if there's an Elvis album you want, please don't comment Elvis. The Dregs, Unsung Heroes, $14.99. The Dregs, $14.99. John Mayall, USA Union. John Mayall is $29.99. This is Elvis. Soundtrack from the original motion picture, $29.99. Jonathan King or Then Again. Jonathan King or Then Again. That's difficult to read. $29.99, Jonathan King. Michael Jackson Thriller, $24.99. This is a special 12-inch dance single mix, $24.99 on Thriller. The Sun Sessions, $39.99. Elvis The Sun Sessions, that's tan label mono, $39.99. The Sun Sessions. Eagles Greatest Hits Volume 2, that is $34.99. Eagles Greatest Hits Volume 2, $34.99. King of Rock and Roll, Elvis. This is on RCA International. It's an 83 German pressing, $39.99. King of Rock and Roll. Volunteers, Jefferson Airplane in shrink wrap, $29.99. Orange label, 69 Hollywood press in shrink wrap, $29.99. Thriller was $24.99. Sings for Children, Elvis Sings for Children in shrink wrap, $19.99. Sings for Children. Also has the insert card still on the back. Fred Carnell wants the Elvis Sun Sessions. That's sold to Fred Carnell. David Bowie Live, 74 Indianapolis Press, $49.99. Eric Clapton, Layla. This is $29.99. Looks like an RSO, some kind of German, French, Holland, some sort of foreign, looks French, German, Italian. I named off every country in Europe except Italy. $29.99. Eric Clapton, Layla. Jason Thomas says he'll take Thriller. That's sold to Jason Thomas. The Rad is a $200 buy it now. I've got it marked for $199.99. It's a 1990 USOG. Final call on Led Zeppelin. We have Calvin, or actually, no, that's a new bid. No, well, he bid 80 again, but he was the high bidder. Calvin's at 80 on the 73 OG Richmond press. Has RL and the dead wax. This is the preferred pressing of House of the Holy. 73 with the RL mastering. That's at $80 of Calvin Ward. It's from Wisconsin collection. It's super nice. After that we had Fred Carnell got Sun. Marty Ellis wants Elvis, Big Elvis Day. Oh, I thought that was a claim. He was just saying Big Elvis Day. We have a lot of Elvis albums, to say the least. Led Zeppelin, 85, 82, 88, 87. Paul's out. So Led Zeppelin's at 88. Jimmy Cliff, Wonderful World, Beautiful People. This is $24.99 for Jimmy Cliff. Jimmy Cliff's $24.99. The John Mayall was USA Union. USA Union on John Mayall. Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night, $14.99. Steelers Wheel, Jerry Rafferty, $19.99. Stuck in the Middle of You, another really nice copy. Like I said, this guy had certain albums he really liked. He owned 3 or 4 different copies of them. Almost in Love, $9.99. Almost in Love. This one's self-titled. It's a 68 press. This album originally came out in 1956. Very hard to find a true 56 in good condition. Orange RCA label in shrink wrap. Elvis Presley self-titled, $39.99. That one's actually called Elvis Presley, but if you want it, you can say self-titled. The beginning years, 54 to 56, with the inserts, that is $26.99. Ryan Anderson wants self-titled. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Loving You is a 62 Indianapolis press in shrink wrap. 62 Indianapolis press in shrink wrap, $29.99. Calvin's at 90 on Led Zeppelin. GI Blues is a 1960 mono, $29.99. $29.99. This is GI Blue, 60 mono, $29.99. Elvis is Back, shrink wrap, orange RCA label, $39.99, is back. Flaming Star, $9.99. That's also in shrink wrap. Flaming Star, $9.99. A Date with Elvis, 71 orange label, $29.99. Date with Elvis, orange label, $29.99. Regina wants the beginning years. That's sold to Regina. Brooke Paget wants GI Blues. That's sold to Regina, and that's sold to Brooke. Led Zeppelin's at $90 with Calvin Ward, going once, going twice. For LP fans only, orange RCA label. These are all new vintage arrivals, and we've hit a batch of Elvis. $24.99. Frankie and Johnny is a 1980 UK, $24.99. 1980 UK, that's on a green RCA International label. That's kind of unique. $24.99 for Frankie and Johnny. Legendary Performer Volume 1, $12.99. Let's Be Friends, $9.99. Legendary Performer Volume 2. We got Volume 1 and Volume 2, $12.99 each. His Hand in Mine. His Hand in Mine is $9.99. Get the Elvis wanted to fall over there. The Dregs, industry standard. The Dregs is $14.99. Billy Joe, Street Life Serenade. Billy Joel's in shrink wrap, $14.99. Final Call on Led Zeppelin 2. Calvin Ward has that for $90. Final Call, $90 to Calvin Ward. David Bowie Special. This is a 1976 Japanese pressing, $69.99. Looks like a 2LP Japanese compilation. $69.99. Best of Bee Gees Volume 2, $19.99. Never seen that one because it looks like it's a Polydor. Which country? German. That is German, $19.99. John Leal in on Led Zeppelin, $91, and Calvin's in at $92. Icontina, Her Man, His Woman, $26.99 for Icontina. Johnny Cash, Ride This Train. This is a mono 6-eye, $34.99. Mono 6-eye, Johnny Cash, Ride This Train, $34.99. John Leal's out on Led Zeppelin. He bid 91. Calvin bid 92. We're right back in at 92 with Calvin. Final call because John Leal says he's out. Regina wants the Frankie and Johnny. That's sold to Regina Tabor. We have Cat Stevens Foreigner, $19.99. That's in shrink wrap. Bob Dylan, Bringing It All Back Home. Bringing It All Back Home. This is a 70s press, $34.99. $34.99. The Johnny Cash was a 1960 mono. 1960 mono, Ride This Train. Columbia 6-eye. Cat Stevens, $19.99 for Cat Stevens. Johnny Cash sings the ballads of the True West. 2LP, $36.99. Columbia 2-eye, $36.99. Johnny Cash sings the ballads of the True West. Hot Chocolate, Everyone's a Winner, featuring their hit song, Everyone's a Winner. $14.99 on Hot Chocolate. Cat Stevens, Buddha in the Chocolate Box, $19.99. And Ricky Skaggs, Highways and Heartaches, $24.99. Led Zeppelin is sold to Calvin Ward for $92. Calvin, you get the nice Led Zeppelin House of the Holy. Enjoy listening to the Rain Song and No Quarter, and the song remains the same. I was going to auction this, but I'm just going to make it a quick buy it now. It's a really clean copy. It's $64.99. It's 1971. It's 1971. It's $64.99. It's a 71 Phillips press of Led Zeppelin 1. It's still a 4-digit, and it's really nice. That's $64.99 for Led Zeppelin 1. I'm just going to put it in the crate. Paul Brothers on Johnny Cash, West, That is True West. That's sold to Paul Brothers. Jeremiah Lewis on Led Zeppelin. Mark Cunningham was second. Calvin Ward was third. Billy Joel, The Bridge, $14.99 on Billy Joel. Willie Nelson, Island in the Sea, in shrink wrap with hop sticker, $14.99. This is sealed. Jeff Beck, Truth and Beck Ola, 2 records in 1 package, has the very cool hop sticker on it. That is sealed. It's unopened. $74.99. $74.99. David Bowie is EX $44.99 for Hunky Dory. EX $44.99. That's got the original inner sleeve. It's on a tan RCA label. Tan RCA label, which makes that a 1975 Indianapolis release. Led Zeppelin is $59.99. It's a 1970 Phillips press. No condition notes on the vinyl. Led Zeppelin is $59.99. Led Zeppelin 3, $59.99. No condition notes on that one. Alice Cooper. This is $49.99. Billion Dollar Babies. It's the Burbank label. It's the Burbank label. It has the $1 billion bill. The photos are intact. It's $49.99. Has a little bit of a ding right there. $49.99. So it has the perforated photo still intact. It has the $1 billion bill poster. It's on the second label. It's on the second label. Where's the 90s Grails? 90s Grails are in people's collections and they don't want to sell them. That's why they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Jared Benoit on Alice Cooper and Fleetwood Mac Rumors. We had that last night. I've actually got it priced $134.99 and I would sell it for $115 if anybody wants it. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. That's the Nautilus Super Disc. All right, I'm going to read through those one more time. If you want a price on anything, let me know. Here's a 90s Grail. Rat Detonator. It's $200, $199.99. There's a reason there's not a lot of 90s stuff. It's because they didn't make any vinyl in the 90s, really. That's why everybody wants it. The key to collectibles is stuff is going to be worth money later if nobody really paid any attention to collecting it back when it was out. So in the 90s, whoever thought about going into your local records shop when CDs were all over the shelves and ordering LPs, vinyl? Nobody did. They wanted CDs. And now the vinyl is what everybody wants. So that's what happens. All right. Here we have John Mayall, The Dregs. This is Elvis. If you want price on these, let me know. John Mayall, USA Union, $29.99. The Dregs, Unsung Heroes. This is Elvis. Jonathan King. Eagles, Greatest Hits, Volume 2. King of Rock and Roll, Elvis. Volunteers and Shrink Wrap. Surprised no one got that one. Elvis Sings for Children. David Bowie Live. Eric Clapton, Layla. Jimmy Cliff. Some like, I can't believe these didn't sell records in here. Frank Sinatra, Steelers Wheel. Almost in Love. Loving You. Elvis is Back, Flaming Star, A Date with Elvis. For LP fans, Legendary Performer, Volumes 2 and Volumes 1. Let's Be Friends, His Hand in Mine, Industry Standard, Street Life Serenade, David Bowie Special, Best of Bee Gees Volume 2, I Cantina, Her Man, His Woman, Johnny Cash, Ride This Train, Cat Stevens Foreigner, Bob Dylan, Bringing It All Back, Cat Stevens, Hot Chocolate, Cat Stevens, Ricky Skaggs, Billy Joel, Willie Nelson, Jeff Beck, Sealed, David Bowie, Led Zeppelin, Fleetwood Mac. Wow. Let's see here. Price on Eagles. James Skaggs. That would be the Eagles Greatest Hits Volume 2. That is $34.99. $34.99. And that is very nice copy. Eagles Greatest Hits Volume 2. We have, let's see here. Price on Elvis is Back. Elvis is Back. That is $39.99. $39.99. Orange RCA label, near mint and shrink wrap. $39.99. Can I see Elvis King of Rock and Roll? That is this one right here. King of Rock and Roll. Regina, I bet you don't have this one. It's an 83 German press. It's 2 LP. It's on a black RCA German $39.99. Jeff Caprice said Seal. Is that a request for an artist? Price on Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin was $59.99. $59.99. Changing crates. If anybody wants anything in there, let me know. I've got more and more and more to go through. Daniel Burge wants Ike and Tina. We're going to sell that to Daniel. Anybody else? Ike and Tina. That's sold to Daniel. Okay. And let me see. Let me put this one right over here. We have this crate right here. Let's see what's in it. We have the, what do we have here? The Birds, Dr. Birds and Mr. Hyde, 1969 Terre Haute, $29.99. $29.99. Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles, and shrink wrap with hop sticker, and it has the lyric insert, $29.99. Ike and Tina is $26.99. He didn't want it. He wanted to know the price. Any cassette? No. If part two or kind of the later part of the show, I still got cassettes. Still not ready to show them yet. That will be tomorrow or Saturday, I promise, or everybody gets a new car. And CDs, we don't have any priced. It might be a while before we have any more CDs left. So before we show, we have thousands to price, but we don't have any ready right now. Cassettes are coming soon, though, either tomorrow or Saturday, or everybody gets a new car. I'm sure y'all stay on top of me about that now. $19.99, Jethro Tull Broadsword, $19.99 for Jethro Tull. Country Joe and the Fish, The Life and Times, $29.99. Country Joe and the Fish. Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska, with hop sticker. That's from Holland. But say I've never seen one with hop sticker. That's because it's Holland. $29.99. $29.99. Excuse me, I'm on water break. I'm back. Boy, somebody took a dent out of the Funkos today. My mom sent me a picture, and we had a few Funkos not priced. Of course, they're all the same price, most of them are. Guy had a huge stack of them on the counter. I can tell there's empty holes everywhere where I have them stacked up. Joni Mitchell and the LA Express, Miles of Isles. Joni Mitchell's $34.99. Janis Joplin in concert. Music on Vinyl is doing 3 Janis Joplin albums. They're doing this one, the soundtrack from the album, and another later Janis Joplin album. But Music on Vinyl is doing some limited numbered Janis Joplin stuff. This is one of them. Just FYI, I'll be posting the pre-orders for those soon. Janis Joplin's $39.99. Speaking of Janis Joplin, this has got them old Cosmic Blues again, Mama, in shrink wrap, and it's on the original label. $34.99. No new Funkos except we got another Indiana Jones character. What's his name? Oswald or something like that. Forgot his name. And I've got a few more. Those are still in the back. I saw them laying back there. And we got 2 different Indiana Jones. Oh, they're damaged? Okay. We did have a new Indiana Jones. The box is damaged. So, okay. Michael Nath wants Janis Joplin in concert, and Darren wants the other Janis Joplin. Those are both sold. Mike's, I meant to answer your question. What was it? At 45? What is the RPM on that? 33. Yes, that's a 33. Nautilus, the Fleetwood Mac's a 33. Sorry, I didn't see that. Sometimes I don't see y'all's questions until somebody else replies to them. Sometimes the comments are hidden and I don't see them, or everything's moving so fast and I don't see them. This is $34.99. This is Overnight Sensation, the Mothers of Invention, $34.99. Yeah, these got, well, it lost a little bit of its integrity. It's not Oswald, it's Arnold Tot. Is that how you say that? I was thinking Oswald, probably because I was watching JFK stuff last night. Yeah, but, oh yeah, Henry Jones Sr., a.k.a. Sean Connery, that one will be here tomorrow or the next day. If anybody's good with the box, it still presents pretty well. It's It just got a little bit of, if they just ship one or two by themselves, they always get dinged. So those are $14.99. This one's probably a little bit worse. Needs some work done to it. I haven't seen the Dios. I guess they got, either we didn't get them or they got pushed back. And I doubt it's not because we didn't get them. Some of those might have got pushed back. Same thing with a new release everybody's been asking about. I found out later that it was pushed back. So those street dates that I post are subject to change. Just FYI, anytime a pre-order comes out, those street dates are subject to change big time, especially on imports and collectibles and very limited stuff. Craig commented, Jeff Beck, Craig, I'm assuming you want this very cool, very nice, sealed Jeff Beck Truth and Beckola, $74.99. He said, yes, that's a great looking record there. Thank you. Are any Funkos valuable? There are some worth thousands. Yes, there's some worth thousands. There's a lot worth hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds. Good-Hearted Woman, Waylon Jennings, 72 Indianapolis Press, $34.99. Good-Hearted Woman. The ones I like are autographed. I've been trying to buy a couple different ones autographed. There's some James Bond autographed by Daniel Craig, and there's even some Sean Connery. They're very tough to get, though, but I like getting them autographed, even though it's like it's impossible to get some of them. Rush is an expensive one. Country Joe and the Fish. This is $24.99. Electric music for the mind and body. $24.99. Country Joe and the Fish. The Godfather of Soul, James Brown, The Payback. $99.99. Wow, I haven't had that in a long time. The Payback. $99.99. The Godfather of Soul, James Brown. That is minty. It does have a clip corner. James Brown is $99.99. Godfather of Soul. That's a very nice copy. Roy Orbison, Regeneration is $19.99. Let's see. How much was Good-Hearted Woman? Waylon Jennings was $34.99. Yes, Big Generator, $19.99 on Yes, Big Generator. Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace. Aretha Franklin is a 72 Richmond Press, $69.99. Shades of Deep Purple, $34.99. Shades of Deep Purple's in shrink wrap. Deep Purple, Shades of Deep Purple, $34.99. Neil Young, Time Fades Away, $34.99 for Neil Young, Time Fades Away. U2, The Unforgettable Fire. U2, The Unforgettable Fire, $34.99. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast, $19.99. Jackson Browne, Lives in the Balance. Jackson Browne's is $14.99. Michael Jackson, Thriller, nice looking copy, $34.99. Original inner sleeve, that is a near mint copy, $34.99. Paul Simon, Graceland, $29.99 for Paul Simon, Graceland. My Way, Frank Sinatra, $14.99. That's in shrink wrap. Santana is $19.99. Santana, $19.99. Simon & Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Simon & Garfunkel, Original, Columbia 2i, $14.99. And Leo Sayer is $9.99. Ryan Anderson wants My Way, Frank Sinatra. I do have the new Metallica. It's right there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 or 7 copies on black vinyl, $39.99. $39.99 for Metallica. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits, $14.99. Inner Secrets, Santana, $19.99. Yeah, I hadn't shown this in a while. 72 Seasons. It's on black vinyl, $39.99. Metallica. Glenn Fry, The All-Nighter, Gold Stamp promo with Hype Sticker, $19.99 for Glenn Fry, The All-Nighter. Jefferson Airplane, Surlistic Pillow. This is $29.99. 1971 Hollywood Press, Jefferson Airplane, Surlistic Pillow. Orange Epic label, $29.99. Kurt Cobain. Yeah, I heard those are kind of tough to get. What's the other ones too? Well, what happens is the Funkos are sometimes they release some that are only sold at like Comic Cons or collectibles festivals, entertainment events, and so sometimes they make 500 of something, and it's like limited to a special event. You only had to be at that event to get it, and those are the ones that really get crazy. I've seen some of those. It's people might put on boxing gloves to get one. Bob Corrier wants Santana, Inner Secrets. That's sold to Bob Corrier. Roger Ramjet wants the Shades of Deep Purple. That's sold to Roger Ramjet, the one that was in shrink wrap back here. Boy, we've overpassed some great albums in here. Hope everybody's awake. Larry Sparks, John Deere Tractor. Never seen that before. Larry Sparks, John Deere Tractor. That's $29.99. Brittany Bragg wants the Jefferson Airplane. White Rabbit. Time of the Season, Zombies. This is a 2LP, $39.99. This is a 2LP Zombies compilation, Time of the Season. Dustin Chandler said he'll take a new Metallica. Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time, $34.99. Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time, $34.99. Simple Minds is $29.99. This is called Street Fighting Years. Simple Minds, Street Fighting Years. That's $29.99. Roy Orbison, Early Orbison, $19.99 on Monument. Roy Orbison and the Turtles. Who is this? $19.99. This is the Turtles. Yes, Turtle Soup. The Turtles, $19.99. Turtle Soup. Chicago Transit Authority, $24.99. Chicago, very clean vinyl, decent cover. $24.99 on Chicago. Sherry Darnell wants Time of the Seasons. That's the 2LP Zombies compilation. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Alabama with the Dixieland Delight Hype Sticker. That's cool. $9.99. It's got the original inner sleeve. Alabama's $9.99. The Cars self-titled debut, $34.99. The Cars is $34.99. And Neil Young Harvest is $34.99. Neil Young Harvest. Nice looking copy, gatefold, classic album alert, 2 or 3 in a row there. Bad Company Straight Shooter, another one, original inner sleeve, $24.99. And we have Elvis Back in Memphis. This is $350. I should have said that sooner. This is $349.99. It is sealed. It is sealed. Elvis Back in Memphis. It has no cutouts, no saw marks, tight shrink wrap. That is $349.99. Elvis Back in Memphis. That is sealed. $349.99. Brooke Paget wants Alabama self-titled. I think she meant The Closer You Get. That one with Dixieland Delight. That's sold to Brooke. Zach Biley gets Neil Young. Eddie Passer on Bad Company. Marty was second. Heather was third. Golden Records. This is a great compilation. Elvis Golden Records Volume 1. That's the orange RCA label. $19.99. This next record is $250. $250 from Elvis, from Elvis in Memphis. This is also sealed. No saw marks, no cutouts. This is sealed U.S. original retail copy. $250. So 2 sealed Elvis records in there. Time Out is a 360 sound in shrink wrap. $29.99. Beautiful copy. Columbia 2i stereo, $29.99 for Time Out. We have the Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream, $14.99. Renaissance, Ashes Are Burning, $9.99. Elvis for Everyone. This is also sealed. It's an early 70s press. So this isn't the, when did this originally come out? 60 something. That would have been 65. This would have been very expensive if it was an original sealed. This is an early 70s press, we think. Some of these are very hard to tell. This is $99.99, Elvis for Everyone. And Jethro Tull is $19.99. Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die, Gatefold, Near Mint, Jethro Tull. So Bad Company, looking for Broken Arrow. I haven't had one of those since the Birmingham collection. I got a poster for it. Right here hanging behind me, I got a Neil Young with Crazy Horse, Broken Arrow. It was a poster that would have hung in the store. But when did I put that up? It's been up for May 8th, 2022. I've had it up there for a year. But we've had it since November. We've had it since longer than that, since about February. But Broken Arrow is a tough one to find. So in the last year, we've bought and sold hundreds of thousands of records. I've only ever had one copy of that. That tells you how hard it is to get. Next was Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time. Scott Drum, Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time. There are some fantastic records left in here. Simple Minds is $34.99, Once Upon a Time, Scott. Mark Cunningham was first to the Time Out. He is first on that. John Young was second. Pamela Yeager wants Jethro Tull. John says, give it to Mark. He was first. Let's see here. And let me go through these one more time. Kiss records. I have no OGs. We sell them all instantly or we put them up for auction. I do have a lot of new sealed stuff. I have Creatures of the Night, Kiss Alive. I have Kiss Revenge, Dress to Kill. I've got about 6 or 8 new sealed Kiss records in stock. If you want me to go through them, I also have the solo albums. I can bring those over one at a time and show them to you. Any R&B tonight? And I think somebody else asked earlier, any jazz? The crates we go through, I've got multiple more crates to flip through. 2, 3, 4 more I could go through. Everything in here is mixed. These are all new arrivals from a collection we just bought. There could be jazz, rock, metal, soul, pop, country, children's, Disney, and maybe even somebody reading Shakespeare. So we keep everything mixed. It's just whatever pops up. You just never know. Sorry, I was taking a water break before I get going on this next one. Aretha, Chicago. Ron Stoltz is going to go ahead and claim Chicago. Same thing with AC/DC. We've got about 8 different ones, new sealed vinyl. All the original AC/DC stuff we sell immediately. Could we have one tonight? Probably. You just never know. But there's some artists that we sell instantly. We never have them in stock. I don't think many record stores ever have a lot of AC/DC in stock. If you do, you're lucky to find it. Creatures of the Night is $39.99. Here's what's left in here. If you want prices, let me know. We have The Byrds, Sting, Jethro Tull, Country Joe and the Fish, Bruce Springsteen. We never can have enough Kiss, AC/DC. Well, I could name artists all day. Probably most of this over here on this rack. Kiss is one of them. Yeah. Creatures of the Night is a half-speed master, $39.99. The last OG copy of this we had for auction, it was like, it was in shrink wrap, and I think it brought over 100. $39.99 for that if anybody wants it. Okay, Joni Mitchell, Frank Zappa, Waylon Jennings, Country Joe and the Fish, James Brown, Roy Orbison. Yes, Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace is a 72 Richmond press, $69.99. Beautiful copy, 72 OG, near mint vinyl, gatefold, $69.99. Neil Young, Time Fades Away, U2, Unforgettable Fire. That's a great album. Neil Young was near mint. BS, that was for Bruce Springsteen. Sean, that was $29.99. It's actually a Holland press. It's a Holland gatefold, which I don't know, is the U.S. a gatefold like that? Has a hop sticker, $29.99 for Nebraska, Bruce Springsteen. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. Jackson Brown, Michael Jackson Thriller. Paul Simon, Santana. Let's see, Simon & Garfunkel, Leo Sayer. U2 is $34.99. Near mint copy. Unforgettable Fire. These are all near mint from a collection we bought in Wisconsin. They're just all, if we've got them in the near mint bin, they're just immaculate. That's $34.99. And Michael Grind says he'll take it. If we have any first-time buyers or maybe people who hadn't bought in a while, make sure you message our page. Collect code. We do invoicing once a week. $7 in limited shipping. James Brown was $99.99. I did tag everybody in the group in tonight's feed, so if there's anybody new watching, here's how things work. You just claim whatever you want. We've cleaned everything. I know we've got a lot of new people in the group. We add 20, 30 new people in there, it seems like, every day. It's names I don't know. So if you're watching, don't be afraid to buy or ask questions. $7 in limited shipping. The stuff in here, we've cleaned them. We've checked them. You can buy with confidence. We ship all over. Tanner took the words out of my mouth. James Brown is $99.99. That's a tough one. James Brown records usually look like somebody literally danced on them. This one's near mint. It's rare for the condition. I always say that about James Brown and high-grade Stones records. This is near mint for the condition. Or it's rare for him to be in that kind of condition. Did he not message the page? Oh, Jason Thomas. Did he ask? Oh, Jason, you bought a 12-inch single earlier. This is a 12-inch single. This is the original full album. It's $34.99. It's got co-produced by Michael Jackson, so it's not a first press, but of course they made 20 billion of these, so I think most people are just happy with any of them. So this is gatefold, near mint. This is a 12-inch single, so this just has Thriller on it. It has two different versions of Thriller. This is the full album with Thriller and Beat It and This Girl Is Mine and Pretty Young Thing. This is Billie Jean. This is 34. This is the one you want, and it's near mint. It's got the original inner sleeve with lyrics. Jason, I have a feeling you'll want to get that one instead of the 12-inch single. Zach, invoices are going out to your email, so you need to go to your email. Invoices go to your email. Well, I've had 2 or 3 people who hadn't bought from us in a while ask tonight. I hadn't got an invoice. Those go to your email. And second of all, as of yesterday, I meant to announce it yesterday, they had got caught up on shipping. So if they had paid through when? About lunchtime yesterday? If you had paid for an order through lunchtime yesterday, you should have received tracking. We had 3 people packing up for about 8 hours straight the last 48 hours to get caught up. So we've had 3 full-time people shipping, and we're officially caught up. So if you've recently paid, you'll be getting a tracking soon. Now, if you've paid more than 3 or 4 days ago and you still hadn't got a tracking number, then it's coming. But that means it must have got overlooked or something, but those should be coming. So we invoices go through email. Tracking goes through Facebook Messenger. We still send that through Facebook Messenger, but we've finally got caught up. Jason says he'll take the full album. So that's sold to Jason Thomas. I'll go ahead and put the sticky note. If anybody wants the single, it's $24.99. Rat is a 1990 USOG. It's $199.99. It's near mint. Nice jacket too. I mean, it has one little ding right here. Actually, I just made it look a lot better. This is $199.99. Glossy cover, Atlantic inner sleeve, flawless vinyl. That is $199.99. Jason Fornerat said he'll take the 12-inch single, so that's sold to Jason Fornerat. Alum, you were second on the full album, and Jim Nilsson, you were second on the single. Okay, James Brown, Larry Sparks, Simple Minds, Orbison, The Turtles, The Cars, Elvis, Moody Blues, Renaissance, Elvis, and Simple Minds. Rat is a USOG, not a club. USOG, not a club, Michael. I have a feeling Michael's about to say Rat sold. Let's take a bet. I'm waiting for the words Rat sold to come across the screen from Michael Ling. Next crate looks like check condition. Let's see what we have in here. Check condition. Craig says we need to look at some emails. We will do that. We're still on the hunt for the right person for our customer service manager. We've been very picky. I've told several people who's messaged me. I've just been like, I've replied to 2 people today, and I've just been like, I don't know if this is actually what you think it is. It's going to be a dedication. I replied to 2 people today that messaged me personally. There's some people I hadn't got back to yet, but we're looking for somebody to make there's some people with, this is a career position, okay? So we're trying to find the right person. We made a hire recently, and we thought long and hard, found the right person for that, and now we need a customer service manager, and we're waiting for the right person. So we're still looking, but if you're interested, let me know. Let us know. Message the page so we can see, so everybody can see it. But yeah. Okay, Rat is sold to Michael Ling. I knew it. That's sold to Michael Ling. Thank you. I had a feeling when I said near mint USOG, he'd be all over that. Yes, it is stickered. Okay, we don't have any auctions going. I think, Seth, do you think you could bring that Japanese crate that's over here? So Seth's going to bring us some Japanese vinyl. And we have the Beatles, 67 to 70. Mark on side 1 does not affect play. This is VG Plus, $29.99. The Beatles, $67 to $70. Mark on side 1 does not affect play. VG Plus, $29.99. Love Me Tender, BB King. This has got a gold stamp promo on it. That's EX $14.99. Love Me Tender, BB King. So this is a check condition crate. The check condition crate, we're going to tell you the condition, we're going to tell you the price, condition, and then you can decide if you want to buy it or not. Most everything starts in here is probably going to be VG EX, which is very nice records. Great stuff in here. The check condition bin's always fun. Michael Nass first to BB King. Joe Maynard's first to the Beatles. All of you were second to BB King. Guitar Boogie, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page. That is VG Plus $19.99. Orange, RCA label, $19.99. Seth has stood up. He is bringing us the Japanese crate. Seth, everybody would really appreciate it too. We haven't had many auctions tonight. He's on his way with it. Roll out the red carpet.
No.
Anywhere you want to put it. Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
He put it basically where I could barely reach it. This is why nobody likes you. All right. First two are incredible. Rat and Journey. A Rat's Journey. This is Journey Escape. It's in shrink wrap with hop stickers and the Obi. We've got VG Plus on it. Now, Seth grades these. I have no confidence in his grading. I'm just joking. He's very picky. So if he puts VG Plus, that means near mint minus. And if it's no condition notes, that means it's like perfect. So this has got a couple stray scuffs on it that are here and there. And that's why we're only going to start this one at 25. So a VG Plus Japanese pressing is going to be very nice by most standards. This is a $25 start. You have Escape by Journey. It has the original Japanese flip. It has another Japanese insert. Nice cover, shrink wrap, couple hop stickers, Obi. That's a $25 start on Journey Escape. Now we've got Rat out of the cellar. This is going to be a $65 start. Near mint and pristine. Look at this beauty. Second nice Rat album of the night, Out of the Cellar. This has Round and Round on it. Wanted Man. Great album. That's the two big hits though. Clean Obi. Clean cover. Nice cover. $65 start on that. Hope you have it. That's a good one. Okay, back up to the top. We did sell Guitar Boogie. Let's see. BB King, Beatles, BB King. Kelly Bagwell was first to the Beck, Page, and Clapton. Steve Botsford was second. And the Talking Heads, Little Creatures. I believe it did. Yes. Journey's at 25. Journey's at 25, looking for 65 on Rat. We're in the middle of a check condition bin. The Empire Strikes Back, VG, $24.99. It does have a fillable mark on side 2. It does have the book, though. Boy, look at that cover. The Empire Strikes Back, VG, $24.99. Most of those have fillable marks on them. That's why when we auction off the near mint ones, I'm like, listen, guys, this is near mint Star Wars. Most kids played them on like a Fisher-Price record player, and they're destroyed. David Byrne, 3 big songs. VG, $9.99. David Byrne. Jimmy Cliff, The Power and the Glory. That's in shrink wrap. VG Plus, $14.99. Band on the Run. Now we're talking. EX, $22.99. Paul McCartney, Band on the Run, has the original inner sleeve, which I don't think is... Yeah, that's the right inner sleeve. EX, $22.99. And that's a classic album. That is a masterpiece, actually. $22.99. Band on the Run. Let me put that back in there. Okay, first to Empire Strikes Back was Alan Jonathan. That's sold to Alan. Josie Wells was second. Sherry was third. Colin Butler wants the David Byrne. Talking Heads David Byrne. Chris Gardner was second. Jason Fornerat's at 29 on the Journey. Calvin Ward, You're Out. And we have Joe Maynard first on Band on the Run. So the only thing not claimed in there is Jimmy Cliff. Looking for a $65 start on wrap. If nobody buys it, it will be a buy it now. Stan Jets. Captain Marvel. VG Plus, $16.99. Roger and Out. Roger Miller. I've never seen this Roger Miller album. What a unique cover. Roger Miller. Roger and Out. Roger Miller. That is VG Plus, $24.99. 64 mono original. That's one we don't see too often. Colin Butler, first on the Stan G. That's sold to Colin Butler. Led Zeppelin, 71 Richmond Phillips Press. VG Plus, $39.99. 71 Richmond Phillips Press. VG Plus, $39.99. Iron Butterfly, Scorching Beauty. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. Iron Butterfly, VG Plus, $14.99. Elton John, EX, $29.99. His first U.S. album, self-titled, original label, $29.99. Chris Gardner, first on Led Zeppelin. Calvin Ward, if you could let me know if you're in or out on Journey. Jason Fornerat's at $29. And then when we sell Journey, I'm going to go ahead and make Rad a buy it now. It will be first come, first serve, unless somebody else bids, and they just did. Journey's at $35. David Bowie. This is $39.99 EX. This is a 79 Indianapolis EX, $39.99. It has a not for sale promo stamp right here. It's like in white raised letters. David Bowie Lodger, EX, $39.99. Calvin's out on Journey. Now we didn't know if Jason Fornerat is. It's Your Thing, the Isley Brothers. This is VG, $12.99. It's Your Thing, the Isley Brothers. And the Pentangle, Sweet Child, VG, $9.99. Okay. Journey is sold to Jim Nielsen for $35. If anybody wants Rat, it's a $65 buy it now. Rat's a $65 buy it now. That is sold to John Leal. Rat is sold to John Leal, $65. And then Colin Butler was first to the Isley Brothers. That's sold to Colin Butler. Blood, Sweat, and Tears featuring David Clayton Thomas, New City, VG Plus, $14.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, New City, VG Plus, $14.99. Woody Allen, stand-up comic, VG Plus, $9.99. Johnny Cash, America, a 200-year salute in story and song. That is EX, $16.99. Molly Hatchet, VG Plus, $14.99. That is their self-titled album. Molly Hatchet, VG Plus, $14.99. Buddy Miles, Bicentennial Gathering of the Tribes. Buddy Miles, VG Plus, $14.99. And Robin Trower, Long Misty Days. That's VG Plus, $14.99. Next two Japanese pressings. How about Heavy Metal Warriors? Whoa. And what's behind it? The Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade. This is Heavy Metal Warriors Special Compilation 1984 to 1987. This has artists such as Lizzie Borden, Lion, Riot, Tank, Joshua, Ruffians. It also has Slayer, King Diamond, Silver Mountain, Torme, Mad Max, and Railway. There's the discography and all the information and lyrics. There's a better look at some of the artwork. Slayer, Black Magic from Live Undead. This is a Japanese compilation with Obi. This is a $65 start. Never seen this before. $65 start. Heavy Metal Warriors. That's very cool. And the Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade. This is another compilation. We've got this as EX, meaning not pristine. This is near mint and pristine, by the way, the heavy metal. The Rolling Stones is EX, Brown Sugar, Tumbling Dice, Wild Horses. It's a comp called Made in the Shade. Angie, It's Only Rock and Roll. That's a $45 start. That's the original insert. And we have a very nice cover of Obi. That's a $45 start. All right, and Colin Butler, one of the Buddy Miles. Back to the check condition stuff. George Harrison, self-titled, VG Plus, $17.99. Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks, that's EX, $11.99. Bill Steins, or Staines maybe, The Whistle of the J, that's EX, $11.99. That has the book with it. Badfinger, Say No More, EX, $19.99. Badfinger, Say No More, EX, $19.99. Josh White, The Beginning, Volume 2. It has a water-damaged cover, EX on the vinyl, $14.99. Little River Band, it's a long way there. Their greatest hits. We had one of those earlier. This one's EX, $12.99. Little River Band's greatest hits. Hank Williams Jr., Country Shadows. That's a 66 mono, VG Plus, $16.99. The Astronauts, Traveling Men. The Astronauts, EX, $19.99. Chris Gardner first on Little River Band. That's sold to Chris Gardner. Country Joe and the Fish Together. That's VG Plus, $11.99. Better Days. This is a compilation, it looks like. VG Plus, $14.99. Better Days, maybe? No, it's a Paul Butterfield album. Paul Butterfield, I saw these other artists. They just play on it. VG Plus, $14.99 for Better Days. The Monkees, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones. That's a VG Plus, $11.99. That's in mono. That is in mono. Loudon, Rainwright III, VG Plus, $9.99. Kelly Bagwell first on Paul Butterfield. Final call if you want in on these auctions, 65 and 45 before they're made a buy it now. James Taylor, Gorilla. This has a couple hit songs on it, like How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You and Mexico. VG Plus, $11.99. James Taylor, Gorilla. The Kinks, Give People What They Want. VG Plus, $14.99. Walt Disney Presents It's a Small World, 18 Favorite Folk Songs. EX, $19.99. Craig Johnson first on JT. That's James Taylor, sold to Craig Johnson. Earth, Wind and Fire, Gratitude. That's EX, $16.99. Nigel Del Rocket wants the Monkees. That's sold to Nigel Del Rocket. Music of Hawaii, Henry Mancini. VG Plus, $9.99. That's a cool cover. Music of Hawaii. VG Plus, $9.99. Chris Gardner wants It's a Small World, the Disney record. That's sold to Chris Gardner. David Bowie, Diamond Dogs. It is an orange label. VG on the vinyl, $19.99, and about a VG Plus cover. That's $19.99. Cheap Trick, All Shook Up. That's EX, $19.99. Chris Ferrara wants the Music of Hawaii. Henry Mancini. Marshall Tucker Band, EX, $19.99. That is their self-titled album. Sarah Long wants the David Bowie, Diamond Dogs. John Lill first to Cheap Trick. Chris Gardner, you were second on David Bowie. And Glenn Campbell's Greatest Hits. VG Plus, $12.99. In shrink wrap, VG Plus vinyl. Dave Plunkett first to Marshall Tucker Band. And Big Ben Strikes Again. Jorge Ben, maybe? VG Plus, $34.99. It's a stereo white label promo. Stereo white label promo. Big Ben Strikes Again. Bob Marley and the Wailers Live. EX, $26.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers Live. And John Lennon Imagine. This is in shrink wrap. Original Sears price tag. 71 Winchester. It has the poster and the postcard. VG Plus, $29.99 for John Lennon Imagine. Chris Gardner first to Bob Marley. That John Lennon, if you've got a near mint disc to put with that one, that would be incredible. VG Plus on the vinyl, though. That's still a very nice looking record. Chris Gardner got Bob Marley. John Young got the John Lennon. That's in shrink wrap. Beautiful cover, postcard, inner sleeve, and poster. John Young first to that. Jay, we've already sold Bob Marley. Thomas, you were third on Bob Marley. Alan Jonathan second on John Lennon. Nigel Del Rocket was third. And Chris Ferrara wants GC. That's Glenn Campbell's Greatest Hits. That was our check condition bin. I'm going to read through these titles one more time because there are some great stuff left. I'm going to make these buy it nows. If anybody wants the Heavy Metal Warriors comp, it's a $65 buy it now. If anybody wants the Rolling Stones, it's a $45 buy it now. So $65 and $45 on these if anybody wants them. It's a first come, first serve. Buy them now. Buy it now. Or buy them now. I usually say buy it now. Made in the Shade and Heavy Metal. Thomas wants RD. Let me figure out what that was, and we'll see if it's still available. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. If you need prices or condition, let me know. Thomas meant RS for the Rolling Stones. Sell this to Thomas Hujar. That's a $45 buy it now. Heavy Metal Warriors was $65. All right, and this crate has Jimmy Cliff, Iron Butterfly, and Roger Miller, Elton John, David Bowie, The Pentangle, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Woody Allen, Johnny Cash, Molly Hatchet, debut album, Robin Trower, George Harrison, Dan Hicks, J.W. Condition, and Price. J.W. was Jimmy, well, maybe I hadn't got to it yet. We have Bill Steins, maybe. Badfinger. Josh White, condition, maybe Josh White. We've got EX on the vinyl. The cover does have a little bit of water damage. EX $14.99. Jared Craig just posted the track listing for that comp. It's a $65 buy it now. Hank Williams Jr., the Astronauts. Michael Nath wants the Josh White. That's sold to Michael Nath. Country Joe and the Fish, the Astronauts. Loudon Rainwhite. We've had like third time we've seen that album tonight. The Kinks, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Big Ben Strikes Again. Jorge Ben. Must be a kind of a collectible obscurity there. All right, I've got another crate of vintage. Let me flip through it right quick. See what we have in here. Looks like some good stuff. I may have already flipped through this one. I hadn't shown them, but I think I've already checked them. Make sure everything I wanted to auction is out. I'm going to set these right over here behind me. If anybody is interested, please let me know. And I've got more Japanese auctions. I'm just pulling whatever's first in the crate. We got Boston, and what's behind it? The band. Boston, well, I don't like two B's back to back. How about Boston and Ozzy? Okay, we can do that. Boston and Ozzy. Ozzy's not a cheap record. Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. This is a Japanese pressing. We're looking for a $115 start. It is near mint and pristine. $115 start. Very nice cover. Obi. Nice jacket. You also get the Japanese 2-page insert. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. Near mint and pristine. Bark at the Moon. And you have the 7-inch that came with it as well. That is near mint, insert, vinyl, 7-inch, cover, and Obi, $115 on Ozzy. Boston, don't look back. Boston is VG Plus, a Japanese VG Plus, which means it's still going to be very nice. VG Plus, $35 start. It's got a couple stray marks on it. Orange Epic label. There's the Japanese insert. This is the original inner sleeve. Nice gatefold cover with Obi. That's a $35 start. How much for the Kinks? Was there a Kinks album in there? What was the title of it? And I will let you know. I don't think there was a Kinks album in that last bin, was there? We did have one earlier, though. And let's go through this crate right here. More new vintage arrivals. $115 on Ozzy, $35 on Boston. Kevin says AAR Wilson tag. New vintage arrivals. These are all non-check condition, so these are all EX plus to near mint minus. Let's go through these, see what's in here. Steve Miller Band, Rock Love. Steve Miller Band is $24.99. Rock Love. Al Stewart, Time Passages. Al Stewart is $19.99. Time Passages, original inner sleeve for Al Stewart. Diodato Artistry. Diodato, $14.99 for Diodato. Dire Straits is $34.99. Dire Straits, that is near mint and pristine. Thomas wants AM for maybe AS for SM for Steve Miller Band. This is The Best of the Doobie Brothers, Volume 2. That's a New Zealand press. That's why the cover looks a little bit different. $19.99 in shrink wrap with a hop sticker. $19.99. Golden Earring, Something Heavy Going Down, live from the Twilight Zone. Golden Earring, live from the Twilight Zone. $24.99. American Woman, the Guess Who. This is an original 1970 Indianapolis press, gatefold, original label, and a nice jacket. That is $29.99. We have Peter Gabriel, another one. This is $34.99. I told y'all this guy, certain albums, he had 7, 8, 9 copies of the same album, and they're all nice. This one's in shrink wrap. Peter Gabriel, $34.99. Gina Charles on the Doobie Brothers, DB. That's sold to Gina Charles. Herbie Mann, Superman. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. Herbie Mann, Brazil, once again, $9.99. Fred Carnell gets this Peter Gabriel. If anybody else wants one, we've got like 5 or 7 more in the other bins around here. The Statler Brothers, Oh Happy Day, $9.99. That's in shrink wrap. Barry White, Stone Gone. Barry White is $14.99. Ryan Anderson wants the Brazil once again. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Herbie Mann, Sunbelt, $9.99. Have a twangy guitar, will travel, Dwayne Eddy, $29.99. Very clean copy. Dwayne Eddy. Thought somebody was coming through the door. Kenny Heathcock, SB for Statler Brothers. That's sold to Kenny Heathcock. We have Glenn Campbell's Greatest Hits in shrink wrap. This is $14.99. Glenn Campbell. We sold one just a moment ago. That one's nice. Doobie Brothers Farewell Tour, $29.99 for the Doobie Brothers Farewell Tour, 2 LP live. Hank Williams Jr., Country Shadows. That's in shrink wrap from 1966, $29.99 for Hank Williams Jr. The World of Flat and Scruggs, 2 LP. The World of Flat and Scruggs, $24.99. Glenn Fry, Soul Searching. Glenn Fry is $19.99. Jason Fortnerat wants the Doobie Brothers Live. He wants Golden Earring Live. That's sold to Jason Fortnerat. The Everly Brothers, 24 Original Classics. The Everly Brothers is $24.99. Hank Williams, Beyond the Sunset. That's 1968 in shrink wrap. $24.99. Beyond the Sunset. Hank Williams Jr. That's $24.99 in shrink wrap. Elvis, Double Dynamite, $19.99 for Elvis. He's in shrink wrap. And then Elvis Self-Titled. This is $24.99. It's a 1971 press. This is Elvis's second album, also from 1956. This one was pressed in 71. It's in shrink wrap, $24.99. And Welcome to My World, $9.99. Something for Everybody. This is an Indianapolis press, also an orange label in shrink wrap. Something for Everybody. That is another really nice copy, $29.99. If anybody wants Bark at the Moon, it's a $115 buy it now. That is got the insert with it and the bonus 7-inch. If anybody wants Boston, Don't Look Back, it's a $35 buy it now. So Ozzy is $115 and Boston is $35. Those are buy it nows. I'll go get two more new Japanese auctions right now. If anybody wants those, you can go ahead and buy them. No bid. Let's see. We have Nigel wants Something for Everybody, which was Elvis, and he said disregard. Brooke Paget wants Welcome to My World, which was this Elvis. That's sold to Brooke. Thomas put B.O.'s. I think he wants Boston, B.O.S. If so, sell that to him for $35. And the Statler Brothers, the Big Hits, $9.99. That's in shrink wrap. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Greatest Hits Live, $19.99. That's in shrink wrap. Dawn, a yellow tie, a yellow ribbon from 1973, German. Dawn. Tie, a yellow ribbon. That is $9.99. Jared wants Ozzy. Great decision there. Didn't really get that one. Nobody knew that was coming tonight. You got that sold. You got that, Jared. Sold to you for $115. Dion and the Belmonts, $12.99. And Carly Simon, Another Passenger, $9.99. Johnny Winter is $19.99. That is super nice. And Huey Lewis and the News 4, $19.99. Huey Lewis and the News 4. Grover Washington Jr., Skylarking. Grover Washington Jr. is $9.99. Getaway, Georgie Fame in shrink wrap. No, it is sealed. 1966 sealed, $29.99. Kevin Willis on JW. That's Johnny Winter. Let me see what else I got over here in the Japanese bin. I had a 62 to 66. Let me see what else is in here. Is that a hop sticker? That's interesting. Allman Brothers. Kiss. Let me do these two. We've got Allman Brothers, Win, Lose, or Draw, which has a hop sticker on it that tells what it is. Never seen this before. Win, Lose, or Draw it's a Japanese pressing with this hop sticker. Has an obi. The vinyl, though, not the top grade we're accustomed to. We have it marked VG, VG Plus, just FYI. We've got it marked VG, VG Plus. If you're just wanting a nice copy, or if you're wanting a copy to play, this being Japanese, even though it's check condition, still not bad, and the contents and the presentation is very nice. It has this Japanese, and it has a really nice cover, that cool sticker on it. This is going to be just a $25 start on the Allman Brothers Win, Lose, or Draw. And we have Kiss Rock and Roll Over. This is going to be a $65 start. Kiss Rock and Roll Over, $65 start. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. Beautiful copy on the vinyl, looks untouched. Has the Japanese insert with it. 2-page flip. And really nice cover with obi. Awesome inking and the jackets on these Japanese pressings. Just really incredible. That's a $65 start. We got a $25 bid on the Allman Brothers. Kiss is a $65 start. Next is Chicago Transit Authority live in concert. That's different. $9.99, Chicago live. Ella Fitzgerald sings the Rodgers and Hart songbook. That's in mono, $19.99. Ella Fitzgerald. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. That's in shrink wrap, $14.99 on the Doobie Brothers. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Spirit is $19.99. Jerry Rafferty, Snakes and Ladders. That's one we don't see as often. It's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Original inner sleeve too. Jerry Rafferty, $19.99. Joe Sloop is at $25 on the Allman Brothers. He also wants the live Chicago. That's sold to Joe. And the Statler details. The Statler Brothers was a greatest hits. It's in shrink wrap. It looks like it because it's nice price. It's going to be a second label, and that's $9.99. The Very Best of Gene McDaniels, $9.99. Elvis Golden Records, $19.99 for Elvis Golden Records. That's in mono. Very nice looking record, $19.99. That's a great compilation. Kiss is very nice condition, yes. There's probably somebody waiting for the buy it now. If not, I would recommend going ahead and bidding. Final call on the Allman Brothers for $25. Thomas Bowman says he'll take the Statlers. Flat and Scruggs was $24.99 near mint. And Japanese REM. I don't think we've ever had a Japanese REM. Those are very difficult to get. We have had Japanese U2. We've had War, maybe Unforgettable Fire. They're not easy to get either. Alrighty. Next. Elvis. Sealed, $19.99. His Hand in Mine, $14.99. Elvis, His Hand in Mine, very clean. That's in mono, $14.99. Fred Carnell wants Flat and Scruggs. That's sold to Fred Carnell, Flat and Scruggs. That was back here, this 2LP compilation. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Heart Magazine, magazine's in shrink wrap, $19.99. How Great Thou Art, $14.99. Elvis, How Great Thou Art. You'll Never Walk Alone, Orange RCA label, $14.99. This Is the Way is an Orange RCA label, $14.99. Legendary Performer Volume 3, that's the picture disc. It is sealed, $24.99. Sings Flaming Star, $12.99. Separate Ways is sealed, $19.99. Legendary Magic of Elvis, $9.99. A Canadian Tribute, $19.99, yellow vinyl. Babe Ruth, Amar Caballero, that is $14.99. All right, a couple auctions are done. Joe Sloop gets the Allman Brothers for $25. Craig Johnson bid $65 on Kiss, and it is sold to him. Craig Johnson gets the Kiss for $65. Brooke Paget wants This Is the Way. This Is the Way. That's sold to Brooke. David Plunkett wants UGH. I don't know if that was an expression or a claim. The Four Tops Anthology is $34.99. The Four Tops Anthology, $34.99. I'm going to read what's left in here. If you want prices or additional information, please don't hesitate to ask. We have Al Stewart Time Passages, Diodato, Dire Straits, The Guess Who, Herbie Mann, Barry White, Herbie Mann, Dwayne Eddy, Glenn Campbell, Doobie Brothers, Hank Williams Jr., Glenn Fry, the Everly Brothers, Hank Williams, Elvis, Frankie Valli, Dion, Carly Simon, Huey Lewis, Grover Washington, Georgie Fame, Ella Fitzgerald, Doobie Brothers, Spirit, Jerry Rafferty, Gene McDaniels, Elvis, Hart, Elvis, Babe Ruth, and the Four Tops. We have Jim Anstant on the Ella Fitzgerald Sings the Rodgers and Hart Songbook. That's sold to Jim Anstant. What was the Elvis Canadian Tribute? The Elvis Canadian Tribute is on yellow vinyl. This is, I think, so it's like some, it's got some live stuff. I've listened to this before. It's pretty interesting. That's on yellow vinyl. That's $19.99. Susie wants the Elvis picture disc. Please and thanks. That is sold to Susie Breedlove. And then tracks on Frankie Valli. That was Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons Live, right? Let me figure out where that one went to. Right in here, maybe? Dion, Don, Frankie Valli, Live, Joe Maynard. 2-record set. There's a bunch. Save It to Me, Ragdoll, Dawn, Let's Hang On, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, Fallen Angel, Silver Star, Slip Away. Oh, What a Night. December 1963. That's worth buying the whole album. Swearing to God, My Eyes Adored You, Working My Way Back to You, Will You Still Love Me, Opus 17, I've Got You Under My Skin, Spend the Night in Love, Heaven Must Have Sent You, Here in the Night. Grease. Grease is the word. Sherry, Walk Like a Man, Big Girls Don't Cry, Bye, Bye, Bye. I'm sure you're probably going to buy that now. That's got all the hits on it. Joe Sloop for $25. Let's see here. Anything hip-hop? Not a lot. We don't have a lot of hip-hop stuff. I've got some new LPs, but that's one of those requests we get all the time. When we run ads every day, if we're running a big ad, someone will ask, do we have any hip-hop? I'm like, no, we just never see it. If we do, we put it up for auction. If you follow our page, if we ever get any really good hip-hop stuff, it will be promoted. You'll see it on our Facebook post. We'll have it promoted on Instagram, and it will be put up for auction. So, Tribe Called Quest, what's Grease at? This is a $19.99 buy it now. If Joe Maynard wants it, it's his. Let's see. Joe Maynard passes. So, Chris, if you want that, it's $19.99. Chris Gardner says he will take it. All right, that's sold to Chris Gardner. Sometimes, all we got to do is read the tracks and we'll sell some stuff. I got to go through this crate right here. We're going to tag some stuff that was in a flip crate live. So, Tanner, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I got some stuff in here. This was some new vinyl. I posted some of this on Facebook. These are new releases and new restocks. If you missed last night and if you missed this video, there's some of these we need to go ahead and tag live so I know how many we have of what left. So let me go over here to my name, click on my name and find this video. And we had a flip crate right here. And let me see what we got in here. I'm going to read through some of these titles. Let's see. Here's what's been claimed. Foo Fighters, Switchfoot, De La Soul, Joan Jett, Foo Fighters, Switchfoot, Jelly Roll, Foo Fighters, both CAC, Megadeth, INXS, Bush, Great White, Opeth, and Opeth. Okay, so I'll know what to look for when we're going through these. We have, let me restart. We have Al Green, Call Me. Call Me is a 50th anniversary limited edition Tiger's Eye colored vinyl. That's $36.99 for Al Green. And Blink 182, Buddha. Blink 182 is on blue and red splatter vinyl, $31.99. Did you see my Hank Williams Jr. or did I miss it? Hank Jr., that was right after the hip-hop question. Kenny Heathcock wants the Hank Williams Jr. from the last crate. That was called Country Shadows. No, what was that called? Elvis, Four Tops, Elvis, Heart, Elvis, Gene, Jerry, Spirit, Huey, Dion, Don, Elvis, Hank, Everly, Glenn, Hank Williams Jr., Country Shadows in shrink wrap. That's sold to Kenny Heathcock. All right. Next is Any Cure Red Light District. Whew, possibly. You'll have to give me a second. We can write that down if you for sure want one. It's possibly in one of these crates that's on the table. Here's the Demu Bodger. Still hadn't mastered that one. Death Cult Armageddon. I've been calling them just Demu. $36.99. Corrosion of Conformity. Corrosion of Conformity. This is sold to Patrick Carter, Tanner. Patrick Carter on COC. This is from the flip crate. Patrick Carter, In the Arms of God. This is on natural colored vinyl, $39.99. I've got 2 left of that COC. That's sold to Patrick Carter. And we have Opeth. Opeth is sold to Steve Howe. Steve Howe gets Opeth. That's sold to Steve Howe. Buck Cherry, Volume 10. Buck Cherry is $28.99. Buck Cherry Volume 10, $28.99. Link Ray sings and plays guitars. Link Ray is $33.99. This is a Sunday's reissue of Link Ray. It's on colored vinyl. Baby doll pink vinyl, $33.99 on Link Ray. That's our last copy. Switchfoot, this is already sold to Eli Tomlinson. He gets Switchfoot. That's sold to Eli Tomlinson. Marilyn Monroe's Greatest Hits. That's $31.99. Pink and purple splatter vinyl. Marilyn Monroe's Greatest Hits. The Best of Otis Redding is $29.99. 16 tracks. Newly remastered from the original mono tapes, including Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. Radiohead, A Moon-Shaped Pool. Radiohead is $46.99. Great White. Great White is sold to Eric Beck. Eric Beck gets Great White, the Essential Great White. Corrosion of Conformity Live, that's also sold to Patrick Carter. That's I've got one of those left. That's live volume on red vinyl, COC. Last copy of that left. Pink Fairies, Fuzz Freakout, 1970 to 71. Split color splatter vinyl, $31.99 on the Pink Fairies. Proto Martyr, $33.99. That is Formal Growth in the Desert, $33.99. Bob Marley Kaya, that's pressed in Jamaica, $36.99. There's another Opeth, and that is, who got both of the Opeth? Steve Howe. Steve Howe got that Opeth as well. Colin Butler on the Pink Fairies. That's sold to Colin Butler. We have last copy of De La Soul, Stakes is High, $36.99. Actually, that's sold to Nick Pullen. De La Soul is sold to Nick Pullen. If anybody else wants one, just let me know. Stakes is High. That's sold to Nick Pullen. Bob Dylan, Shadow Kingdom. $36.99 for Bob Dylan, Shadow Kingdom. That is $36.99. That is the last copy we have left of Bob Dylan, Shadow Kingdom. Taylor Swift, Evermore. Green vinyl, Taylor Swift, Evermore. $31.99 on Taylor Swift, Evermore. Green vinyl, $31.99. I was on De La Soul. Yes, that was a pre-order. Megadeth, Rust in Peace, $44.99. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. We need to give one to Patrick Carter. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. That's sold to Patrick Carter. Rust in Peace. If anybody else wants one, they're $44.99. $44.99. Make sure nobody else claimed one. They didn't. 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine. 9 Inch Nails is $49.99. That's a 2LP. 2LP, 9 Inch Nails. The classic debut album, newly remastered on 2LP, $49.99. Judas Priest, British Steel, $29.99. And Paramore, This Is Why. Paramore is on black vinyl, $31.99. Any more Tom Waits? Let's check the other bin. Let me bring it up here because I got to pull some stuff out of there. So that crate had Paramore, Judas Priest, 9 Inch Nails, Megadeth. Yes, the 9 Inch Nails, if you was on a waiting list, those were filled last night. Taylor Swift, Bob Dylan, Bob Marley, Proto Martyr, COC, Radiohead, Otis, Maryland, Link Ray, Buckcherry, COC, Demew, Blink-182, and Al Green. But yes, if you was on that waiting list last week for the 2LP 9 Inch Nails, that one has been filled. Now this other crate, I need to go through a few more things in here I got to pull for a few people. Scotty Hops wants the Judas Priest British Steel. Let me go ahead and pull that. If we have a Tom Waits, Eddie, it will be in here, and I will pull it for you whenever I get to it. Judas Priest is sold to Scotty Hops. We have Slipknot, the Subliminal Verses. That's $36.99. Purple vinyl Slipknot. Boingo Alive, last copy, $74.99. That is red, blue, and purple vinyl, $74.99. The Polar Express is $28.99. Ice-colored vinyl, Polar Express soundtrack, $28.99. And the Joan Jett. This is Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. It's technically a soundtrack from a documentary, but it also is a greatest hits comp of Joan Jett. We need to pull one for Lillian McCurry. There's one for Lillian McCurry and anybody else. Joan Jett, let's see. Lillian McCurry got one. I think that was it. Yep, that was it. So Joan Jett, got several of those still available, $29.99. Now that's what I call Country Classics, 90s Dance Party, yellow and green vinyl, $42.99 on Now That's What I Call Country Classics. Jelly Roll, I think I've sold a couple of these in here. Jelly Roll, new album comes out this Friday. This has Whitsit Chaplet. Chew, I'm really butchering that. Whitsit Chapel, that's hard to say, at least for me. $29.99, and we need to pull one for, I've seen somebody claim one. Zach Bali, he claimed one from that post. That's sold to Zach. I've got 5 of those left if anybody wants one. Taylor Swift Midnights, Moonstone Blue Edition, $33.99. Carlene wants JR for Jelly Roll. That's sold to Carlene Rollins. I've got 3 left. Taylor Swift. And Foo Fighters. I think these are already spoken for, but I'm going to show them. These are $29.99. We need to pull one for Eli Tomlinson, one for Lillian McCurry, and one for Jody Ruffner. Yep, that was everybody in the post. If anybody else wants one, I'm going to order more, obviously. New album. I've sold out before the street date, $29.99. I won't even have any that I can actually sell on Friday. Jason Fortner wants a Taylor Swift Midnight, so those three were sold in the group. Eli, Lillian, and Jody. There's a Taylor Swift sold to Jason Fortner. A Depeche Mode Violator, $28.99 for Depeche Mode Violator. Bush, 16 Stone is $33.99. NXS Kick is sold to George Ellis. George Ellis gets NXS Kick. That's sold to George Ellis. Brooks and Dunn Reboot is $31.99. And the last record is Passion Pit Gossamer, $44.99. So that answers our question, Eddie. I do not have any more closing time. If you want me to put you on a waiting list, let me know. We haven't had many waiting lists. I've actually bumped up my orders this week, so I've got plenty of stuff that I think we might, instead of ordering one jelly roll, I went ahead and ordered 20. So that's why we only have 3 left instead of a waiting list. So you still have the Genesis on yellow vinyl. That would be Trick of the Tail, possibly. Matt Kolb wants the Brooks and Dunn. Matt, if you're a first-time buyer or you haven't bought from us in a while, make sure you message our page. We send all of our invoices through email, but we have to have your email address to do that. We invoice once a week. He's a return customer. I don't get to say his name too many times. We'll put 80% down on a waiting list for Tom Waits' Closing Time, the new half-speed master. And Kick is $29.99. Those are available. I may have another one around here somewhere. I think I see the top of one right there. I don't think there's, Angela, to answer your question earlier, I don't think there's a lot of other Switchfoot left. Brittany, I'm going to look for that Genesis right now because I'm gonna go through some more new vinyl. I don't think there's a lot more Switchfoot because that one that we had this week, that's actually re-recorded. They're kind of doing the Taylor Swift thing. I think it's like our version. I think some of these bands have licensing rights and they can't get stuff pressed on vinyl, so they actually go in and re-record it, and then they own the rights to it. But I guess it's probably, some people's okay with it. When I heard that Taylor Swift was doing that, and that the LPs were going to be like $50 and $60, I was like, man, I don't see a lot of people buying those, and they're actually more, I think they're more popular than the original version. So I'm just going to read through some titles of some new vinyl because there's some stuff I've been looking for, and you may see some stuff that you didn't know we have. I know we got several new people on right now. I'm going to go through this crate and maybe one more, and then we're either going to take a break or right before we end, we'll go through a vintage recap of maybe one more. But we're probably going to take a break at 10 o'clock, which is in about 20 minutes. I do have some more new vinyl to go through. And then when we come back, we're going to have on-sale vintage. Last night, I told everybody, please come back because we're going to do half off. We're going to do it again tonight. We're going to do half off again tonight. So make sure you come back for part 2. If you want to hop off now, we'll be back around 10:30 for part 2. We're going to be live a few more minutes, though, right now. I'm going to go through a little bit more. But you don't want to miss part 2. We'll have lots of stuff on sale. We have Whiskey Myers Early Morning Shakes, $31.99. The Rat box set should be coming next week. I actually was going through next week's releases, and I saw that Rat was on there, and I have a lot of people. So just for budgeting, if you pre-ordered that Rat box set with us, just so you know, that could be coming in next week. Let me see where that is at. Rat, that's way down there. Also, the Black Sabbath Live Evil's coming in. I'm going to clean up our pre-order post tonight. There's so much of this that's already come in, and I have 7 pre-orders to post within the next 48 hours. Actually, more than that because the music on vinyl stuff come in. Rat box set, I'm getting to it. There it is. Rat is due out June 9th. That's next Friday. It's called Rat the Atlantic Years. It's 5 LPs with extras. That's 5 LPs. You get a 7-inch single, a replica tour book, a poster, a bumper sticker, a plectrum, and backstage pass. And those include the albums. This is the first time a lot of this has been pressed in years. Out of the Cellar Invasion of Your Privacy, Dancing Undercover, Reach for the Sky, and Detonator. That's a big deal for that one, and especially Reach for the Sky. Those hadn't been pressed in a long, long time. Dancing Undercover, you get a backstage pass, a guitar pick, I guess that's what that is, bumper sticker, you get a 7-inch single, and a thing. So if you want one of those, I would go on that. Waiting list on the Harry Potter. Harry Potter, let's see, here's some of our pre-orders. I can go to Otis first, some stuff that hadn't come in. So, Otis pre-orders. Yeah, some of these are definitely. We're still waiting for Bill Withers. It's due out really soon. There's Switchfoot. Yeah, beautiful letdown. I think they canceled that. De La Soul's definitely in. Hank 3's in. We're waiting on Bruce Springsteen. Plectrum as a pick. There you go. Guitar pick. I guess that's a fancy word for guitar pick. De La Soul, that's already come in. Dave Matthews already come in. Matthew Sweet's already come in. King's X has already come in. This is due out. They pushed this back. It was due out in May, but I think it comes out next Friday. Tears for Fears, The Hurting, Half Speed Master. Those have not come in yet. Half Speed Master of The Hurting. See, that was due out May 12th, and I don't think it's coming out till next Friday. Don't Mess with Texas. That was pushed back until... Did I update that? No, I didn't. But that was due out April 14th, and that's been pushed back to like June or July. Overkill, The Cull, Overkill, Danzig, Mammoth 2. Mammoth 2 is a big one. That's due out August 4th. Mammoth 2, August 4th. We've got a lot of pre-orders on that one. Yeah, there's some people that's bought 2 and 3 of them. Talking Heads, Rat Box Set, Ministry, Motown. Some of these have already come in. Leonard Skinner, Now, Glam Rock. That come out this week. We got those in. The Call, Poco. Yeah, I wonder why those didn't come in. The Call, those were due out a couple weeks ago. Forever. I got to check on that one. Run DMC. De La Soul came out this week. Weird Al, we've already got that. Bob Marley, those that come in. There's the new Greta Van Fleet. That's due out July 21st. And July 21st on Greta Van Fleet. I think we're up to 50-something pre-orders. That's a lot. Greta Van Fleet, more De La Soul type. Some of these have already come in. There's the Bon Scott Funko. Yeah, that was due out May 15th. That's either been pushed back or we didn't get them. I think they've been pushed back. Batman's been pushed back or something's happened with that one. Hadn't seen those. Yeah, there's a lot of pre-orders still pending. They've either been pushed back or we didn't get the initial shipment. So, Hanoi is still MIA. Wham, Ghost, Pantera, Dolly. There's Harry Potter. Jason Fornerat, do you need on this list the Harry Potter? I will tag you, Jason Fornerat, so you can reply, so I can reply to you and give it to everybody in order. There you are, Jason Fornerat. I've tagged you in that. That way, I've got to reply to everybody and get everybody in order just in case it's allocated. Alice in Chains, Hank. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff posted. A lot of that hadn't come in. It's worth your time to scroll through there. I'm going to clean it up tonight. You may see some stuff deleted or taken down. That means it's already come in. So, okay, back to this crate. Let me start from the back. We have Iron Maiden, Power Slave, $36.99. We have De La Soul, $39.99. The Who, Who's Next? That's music on vinyl, $38.99. Marshall Crenshaw was $38.99. Grand Funk Collected, $44.99. The Dictators is $38.99. Leonard Skinner, God and Guns, that was on that pre-order list. I've got 3 left. 1,500 were pressed on silver vinyl. Leonard Skinner, $38.99. I've got 4 left. John Coltrane, Blue Train, that's a mono single LP, $49.99. Olay Coltrane is $31.99. Sly Stone, $31.99. Grace Jones, Night Clubbing. Grace Jones is $44.99. Black Sabbath, We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll, $44.99. Matt Kolb wants De La Soul. That is, now Matt, do you want magenta or yellow? I've actually got black vinyl too. I've got yellow and magenta. Let me know which one of those you want. Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen, $36.99. David Lee Roth is $44.99. Yes, the Jacob Miller is still available, Neil. That was VG Plus, $64.99. Bleach TV anime soundtrack on blue vinyl, $44.99. XTC Skylarking is $33.99. Offspring Smash, $29.99. Talking Head 77, $31.99. 10 Years, The Autumn Effect, music on vinyl, first time on vinyl, $38.99. Genesis, We Can't Dance, $42.99. Metallica is $54.99. And Whiskey Myers, Early Morning Shakes, $31. Matt wants a De La Soul yellow vinyl. That's sold to Matt. We still got some magenta and more yellows if anybody's interested. So that crate was Whiskey Myers, Metallica, Genesis, 10 Years, Talking Heads, Offsprings, Bleach, David Lee Roth, Mammoth. We sold our Soul, Grace Jones, Olay Coltrane. Olay Coltrane is limited edition crystal clear vinyl, Atlantic 75th anniversary, $31.99. Then Blue Train, Leonard Skinner, The Dictators, Grand Funk Collected, Who's Next, Marshall Crenshaw, De La Soul, Iron Maiden, Power Slave. Write down that Neil Brasher bought the Jacob Miller. That was $64.99. I've got to find that in the previous crate. Let's pull this one up here. I was looking for that Genesis on colored vinyl for somebody. Let's see what else we got in here. Kid Rock's Greatest Hits, $36.99. Street Survivors, Leonard Skinner, $34.99. Collective Soul, $31.99. That's Vibrating on blue vinyl. More Slipknot. Stevie Nicks, Crystal Visions, the very best of Stevie Nicks, $39.99. Rush, Fly By Night. Rush, Fly By Night is $39.99. Run the Jewels, $69.99. That's Run the Jewels 3 on white and gold vinyl. That's a colored vinyl import. Days of the New, $49.99. Velvet Revolver, $49.99. Velvet Revolver, Contraband, music on vinyl. We have U2 Boy, $34.99. Chris Stapleton from Room A, Volume 2. Stapleton, $33.99. Bob Marley, Burning. Bob Marley is $36.99. Mark Cunningham wants the Olay Coltrane. That's sold to Mark Cunningham. Bob Marley Uprising is $36.99. Natty Dread, $36.99. Honky Chateau, Elton John on gold vinyl, another classic. Gold vinyl, $36.99. Slaughter is $44.99. Stick It To You. That should be on gold or red vinyl. I think red. Slaughter is $44.99. The Beastie Boys, Ill Communication, $49.99. Pearl Jam, No Code, $37.99. We have Michael Jackson Bad, $28.99. Beastie Boys, $36.99. License to Ill. Primus, The Desaturating 7 on Rainbow Splatter vinyl. Primus is $29.99. Misfits, Earth AD. The Misfits is $28.99. Enough's Enough, self-titled first album. That's either on green or purple vinyl, $44.99. The Cure, Wish. The Cure is $46.99, 2 LP. The Cult, Pure Cult, the singles, $39.99. Nas, The Lost Tapes, that come out last week, $41.99. Planes, Death Cab for QT, $41.99. And Thelonious Monk and John Coltrane. Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane. That's a Kraft Records Original Jazz Classics, $48.99. Chris Kirkley wants 10 Years, The Autumn Effect. That's sold to Chris Kirkley. All righty. Let me just flip through this one back here. Let's see. I'm going to have to play some Tetris, moving these around. What is this one? That's pretty recent stuff. I'll go ahead and read what's in here. I'm just going to read titles in this one. We have, let's see here. That's tonight's waiting list. We had Funkadelic, Joe Perry, Aerosmith, Collective Soul, Black Sabbath, Kings of Leon, Twisted Sister, Hootie and the Blowfish, Dio, Sabotage, The Lion King soundtrack, Robert Plant, Now Yearbook, Weezer, Yes, Skinny Puppy, Velvet Underground, Whiskey Myers, Alice in Chains, Slipknot, and Chris Stapleton. That's some titles in there. And this back crate, I think that is the last crate here on the table. Let me take this one. I'm going to move this one up. We've flipped through all the new vinyl on the table. All 5 bins. This one has Toto, colored vinyl, Toto 4. Lou Reed, that's also colored vinyl, white vinyl. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime. Now that's what I call country classics, $34.99. Slayer, Seasons of the Abyss. Cream, Disraeli Gears. Queens of the Stone Age, Like Clockwork. Kiss, Music from the Elder, German S's. Bad Company, Holy Water, Friday Music colored vinyl. Rush, Hemispheres. Stone Temple Pilots, Unplugged. The Police, Regatta de Blanc. There's Bad Religion, Suffer. Isn't this the one that Sean Fairweather's needing? Sean Fairweather, I think we found your Bad Religion, Suffer. We tagged you for the wrong one last week. Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead. Black Sabbath, Paranoid. Black Sabbath, Volume 4. Shinedown. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction. Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire. Born in the USA. Ed Sheeran, X. Grateful Dead, Self-Titled. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. De La Soul, that's the Balloon Mind State, $33.99. And there's another Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime. Those are all available. If anybody's interested, let me know. So for the 147 people watching, we're going to take a break. We'll be back at 10:30. We're going to do some on-sale stuff for about an hour. We'll have a few more auctions if we get to them. We're going to do maybe a little bit of a recap, and that's what we have in store for part 2 tonight. Ed Sheeran X is $33.99, Sherry, featuring the hit single Sing, Don't, Thinking Out Loud, Bloodstream, and Photograph. Of course, Thinking Out Loud is a little bit of a popular song, to say the least. So, we went through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We went through 9 crates, 10, 11, and counting the 5 on the table, we went through 16 crates there in those 3 hours. So, did I miss all the Elvis? You've missed probably 100 Elvis albums. No, not that many. You have missed a bunch. If you come back for part 2 at 10:30, I will show some more of them. Master of Reality was $33.99. And so, Brittany, I guess that means I don't have... where was Master of Reality? Right here. Yeah, $33.99. Master of Reality, $33.99. 2012 remaster. If I find that Genesis on yellow vinyl, Brittany, I'll let you know. But I do have... We've got new vinyl everywhere. There's 1, 2 crates there. There's 4 right over here. So, and there's 4 behind me on this table. Let me see if I see the top of it. Uh-oh. I went right to it. Here it is. Trick of the Tail. Yellow vinyl, $28.99. Trick of the Tail. I found it, Brittany. So let me know if you want Master and if you want that one, or if you want both of them. And Ron Duffield wants on the Mammoth pre-order. Okay, what I'll do is I'll tag you in it so you can reply. I'll take one. That way I can get you in the right order. She says she'll take both. Okay, I got to find some supper. I've had bad luck the last couple of days with food. It's really thrown me off. Especially sleeping. I blame it on my bad luck finding food. It's a challenge finding good food in Lebanon quickly. Right, Tanner? Yeah. Okay, thanks everybody, and we will be back in 10:30. Do you ever sleep? I sleep a little. Don't go to Subway.